This is a How Is He podcast with Podge and Popa, proudly sponsored by Amplify. Power up your podcast. Let's kick it off.
Episode 73. Tonight, episode 73 is proudly sponsored by Carl Estimating. If you're a contractor, subcontractor, supplier or manufacturer, Carl Estimating will price your job tighter than Irish mammy's grip on a wooden spoon, Papa. What about that?
Ooh, I haven't got hit by one. Still getting hit by one.
Check them out at carlestimating.ie and all their social channels. Welcome to episode 73 of the How Is He podcast. Joined as always by my co-host Paul Popa here in the fantastic facility that is Amplify Studios, right in the heart of Carltown. Papa, we're super excited tonight.
What a guy.
Carol's best ever export, surely, is he? Current top scorer in the League of Ireland with 12 goals. Last year's top scorer. We are joined by a true stalwart of Irish football. Pádraig Amond at 37. He's not just playing, he's leading from the front. As captain of Waterford FC in 2025, he's once again proven his worth by topping the league scoring chart and taking home the Soccer Writers Ireland Player of the Month for July. He also recently hit 800 game milestone in what remains an extraordinary career, from relocating back to Ireland last year, signing a multi-year extension and embracing the captain's armband with style. Podge is still scoring, inspiring and aiming for silverware and possibly a European berth. Join us as we explore the mentality, motivation and moments that have established this striker in making headlines. And he's still as hungry as ever. And we've had you on before, Podge, right? Podge wrote that intro, by the way, sent it on. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me in. Yeah, place is lovely in there, isn't it?
Nice.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's grand, yeah.
Oh, you weren't in this one. It's the last one.
No, last one. Yeah.
He was in the telephone box.
Yeah.
He got the upgrade. What time
Good
he
in
got
there
you on?
as well.
It was good,
grand.
Three
yeah.
of us just about fit into it.
How are you? How's the body? Good?
Good, yeah. Happy.
Talk to me.
Happy
Top scorer? Happy?
Personally, it's irrelevant to me on that side of it. I'd rather we were doing better as a team. Simple as that. Always been like that as a player. Always been team before the individual side of it. But individual stuff, if it comes along, fair enough. But you don't get into football or soccer to chase individual awards, do you?
You still appreciate recognition, though, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, look at like everyone loves recognition. Like you can't. We're all human. Like you like getting a pat on the back. It's better than a kick up the backside, isn't it? At times, but no, it's lovely to get stuff like that. And I feel like probably since I've come back, there's been an awful lot of it, which has been really humbling as well. Like I have to say,
it's not. It's. I think you have a great mindset, Podge, where you'll never chase a recognition or crave it, but you appreciate it. There's a big difference, right?
I think if you chase it, sometimes it never gets there, does it?
I'm sure you've seen lads who have, though.
Yeah, of course you do. Like there's probably players I would have played with during my career who more individuals than team player. But as I said to you earlier, like the team always comes before anything for me.
Yeah.
You have an opportunity, like I always bring it back to the analogy, if you go through 1-on-1 or 2-on-1, you have a chance to square the ball. That's when you see the real sign of a team player. You give up a goal to guarantee, or give up a chance of a goal to guarantee a goal.
It's a better chance anyway, isn't it?
Well, what would you rather do? 75% chance of a goal or 100% chance of a goal?
Yeah.
So that's the...
What about your header, Podge? What about that header?
Which one?
The one you scored from the edge of the box.
That was some goal, wasn't it?
The Pats one?
Pats, yeah.
I think the one
was.
against Rovers was better.
No, the Pats one is brilliant.
No, I think the Rovers one was better because it was coming in off a kind of a more whip ball that was coming back behind me, and I had to direct it more. Whereas the one against Pats was probably just a reactional one.
Yeah, but it was a terrible area, though.
I know, but
like the free to come across,
unbelievable.
Like the delivery was a poor area, so
Yeah.
to come across and then just instinctively bang, hit the top corner. Oh man, it was unbelievable.
Our heading is probably the strongest part of my game.
Is it, Podge?
Always has been, yeah. Always. I'd imagine I've probably scored a third of my goals in my career with my head.
Have
easily.
you?
Yeah. Oh, easily. Yeah.
Go away. Fuck.
Yeah. I'm like, obviously, I'm about 5'10 and a half, and
Just say 5'11", Podge. Sounds better.
5'10 and a half sounds better when you're winning headers and you're smaller. No, I've always had good timing of the ball, and like I think that always goes back to every other sport I played. Watching, I know once if we have a goal kick or a goal kick, whatever it is, a dead ball's being hit. Once I can see the ball being struck, I know where it's landing. And I think that comes back to from playing hurling and stuff like that, or in Gaelic football when I was younger.
You're able to kind of preempt where it's going to.
Yeah, I have a really, really good idea of the exact spot it's gonna land in, and then it's just about timing then. And if I get my timing right, I know exactly what I can do, and like I'll win my fair share of headers against
big
6'3", 6'4" lads.
Yeah.
It might sound big-headed bragging like that, but no, I do pride myself on it because
important part of the game, isn't it?
It's huge, and it's dying out.
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to go up, Podge?
I don't think it'll ever go up, but what I do think it'll happen is because kids are not being taught at a younger age that the art of and the skill of it is going to go. Like I coached in the academy in Newport and with the under 16 lads, and we were in charge of giving out professional contracts. And there was one of the lads who played with us as centre half, and he was playing for Wales under 16 as well at the time, and obviously he was going to get a contract. But we had the IDP meetings, the individual development plan meetings with the parents, and they'd come in and we give the updates every 6 weeks.
Parents have to be a part of that, yeah.
Parents have to be a part of it. Parents are part of it. You give them an update on how they're going every 6 weeks. This is what the plan for the next 6 weeks is. This is what it is.
Are you giving strengths and weaknesses as well to the parents?
Strengths and weaknesses, and one of this lad's weaknesses was his heading, and the mother straight up told me.
Are you grading ability over 10?
No, not over 10. No, it's not over 10. It's just
this
like
is where he has to improve.
Improvements and stuff like that. I think when you start going down the route of grading them between 10, it's subjective, isn't it? Because it's subjective, isn't it? It's what my
100%.
What my thoughts of out of 10 is different to what your thoughts is, and same as Podge's.
Of course,
so it's all very, very different. So, but anyway, the mother said, like, I told him that don't head the ball, because she was after watching the documentary with Jeff Astle, and So and I understood it completely where she was coming from, but I was trying to explain to her and educate on the side of I get it, but like the footballs they're heading compared to the footballs that we have nowadays are night and day. And I'll never ever, like, there's an awful lot you see. I think Hayley McQueen is her dad's Gordon McQueen, that's Man United. He had the same thing. And Chris Sutton's father, similar as well.
Kevin Doyle. There's something wrong with Kevin Doyle. Kevin had the jacket in as well over.
Not sure on that one, but I know I'll never be disrespectful and say that it's different. It's different. No, it's different now than it was back then. But I understand this. The research has gone into the studies there, but that research was being done on footballs that were leather footballs full of water and stuff like that.
Big skins.
Some of the footballs
now. The
way
of it towards the ball.
But see with the footballs now, the way they've changed it now with the kids, they're all the same size, but they're all completely different weights.
Yeah.
So like, and I see little fella now, he got one recently. He was a 6 to 8 year old, and so it's literally like a cup champion ball. Like, it's just,
if you kicked it, no, it'd be
you would. And so, like, I think to go back to the original point is, I think the art of heading is dying out, and the skill of it, and because people don't want to head the ball, and they maybe there's that little bit of fear, but I also think that forget the fear side of it and all that. I think people just don't want to head the ball now. They want to be that silky number 10. They want to be the ball playing centre back. All of that. They don't want to actually be the centre half who can dominate a centre forward in the air.
I watched Newcastle and Liverpool last night.
Yeah.
Second half, I got to see it, and you talk about Van Dijk and Kanate. Two of them are similar size. Van Dijk's timing, he never lost one header. And Kanate, the same size, never won one header.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Like, he is, like, without him for a bet, he's that good. Like, his heading ability.
Last night, definitely.
Not only heading up, Pádraig, he's heading it 30 yards at an angle away, so that has to bounce a couple of times. The defender doesn't get it.
But they have time to go
ball
back.
Comes back in straight away, so you're pressing, stopping the next cross coming in. Do you know what I mean? He's so but then you've Kanate, same size, same strength, and just bullied every single time.
Yeah. Well,
because his timing is off.
Yeah, probably it didn't help you. The shocker in the first half.
No, it's a shocker all season.
I thought your man Sunday for United was brilliant. The Lit, is it? What's the Dutch last name?
Yeah, the Lit.
I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah. No, but I said to you, look, I think it is dying out, though. I think it is dying out. I think the ball, everyone wants to be a ball playing centre half.
I feel like we've had this conversation, me and you together, have we?
I think so. Probably definitely since we've come back anyway. Yeah.
Because I actually think, and I would have said this to you, as well. I think it's going to be gone. I think in some countries it's gone at juveniles. I think by 2035 heading will only be in the professional game.
Yeah, but if you take it out, say you stop it now and you can only head the ball from 13s upwards,
Yeah.
By the time the kid gets to 13, they're heading the ball wrong. And it probably
100% agree with you.
do more damage.
100%
and it's going to be a
agree
heavier
with you.
ball. So it's about learning the technique of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hitting it right on the sweet spot. You don't have to be heading 100 balls a week.
No.
You only have to be practicing five balls a week. That's it. There's a cap on it in England.
Yeah.
There's only allowed a certain amount of
It's gone in America. In the States, it's gone in juvenile soccer. But I remember doing the coaching course and back in the day, the one I done in St. Leo's, like, module was heading.
Yeah.
Like, where you just basically
part of the game,
hold
like,
the ball and you practice headering it with your eyes closed, the mouth open, at the centre of your head. Just that's how you start.
Yeah, but
who's doing that now?
It's a huge part of the game. Yeah,
it's massive.
No, not completely. But look, I think if you did go back and do the research on it or anything, I reckon nearly a third of my goals would come ahead. It's probably because disrespected with my height wise, so they'll be going, I'll pick up the bigger lads.
You're more of a danger on the ground rather than in the air.
When the ball comes in the box and the timing is there, if someone's not picking you up properly, you're able to nip away and good runs and stuff like that. So it's okay.
Tell me this: did you always believe you'd make a living out of football?
Always hoped. Never thought it probably. No, I never went across on trials or anything like that. Like, you were always hoping you'd be that one who kind of falls into it late or whatever way, but like, I thought it was a chance, because like, I obviously played minor hurling and football with Carlo, and truth be told, I was possibly a better hurler than I was a soccer player. Like,
I've heard that. I actually heard that during the week.
So like, if hurling was professional, I probably would have went that way and tried to make a living that way. But I remember always thinking that it was it.
Were you forward in hurling as well?
Yeah, forward in them all. Yeah. I think I've held a really good record. I missed 3 penalties in 1 week in 3 different sports: hurling, football, and soccer. I remember my father saying to me once, but no, I remember when I was in school in 6th year, I was playing with Rovers at the time, and it's coming towards the end of the year, and there was a substitute teacher came in, and she said, like, asking people what they want to do, and I said I want to be a professional footballer, and she laughed at me.
Go away.
She laughed at me and said, "Sure, you'd be doing that by now if you were already going to be it." So, which that's what it was like.
Lads were teacher still in that school, no?
It was a sub teacher came in. I can't remember who it was.
But
I always remembered it. Always remembered it, and like little things like that, you'd always kind of use a
little motivation for you.
Yeah, but like, you're hoping to play one game, and then you're hoping to play one season, and you're hoping to get the next season, and just keep going, and probably could never have dreamed it.
But you've done that journey though.
Oh yeah.
Like 800 games, Podge.
Yeah.
Like, when does it become reality that this is my job?
Yeah, no, it's like I always kind of was hoping, like, at the years ago, lads were retiring at 35, 36, you're going, right, you get 15 years type thing, and keep going that way, but like, still going all right. So
you're fit, you're in good shape. Like.
Yeah, no, I still am. Yeah.
Have you missed a game this year?
I don't think I've missed a game in 4 years.
Yeah,
before, and I'd say after that it was 2 games I missed. I've been left out with squads maybe in different times. I've been lucky, touch wood, throughout my career with injuries like and stuff like that. So I'm cruciate at 18, and then fractured my elbow when I was at Newport. Actually the week I called into Ireland squad.
I
only missed a game. Didn't miss anything because of that. And I've been really lucky with that in my career, like, and no rhyme or reason. It's just complete luck. Some lads will do loads of stuff and prehab and all that and get injuries. Some lads will do prehab and not get injuries. It's just part and parcel.
Have you changed anything, Podge, as you do get a bit more evergreen? Have you changed anything in preparation before games, after games?
No,
just the exact same. Why change it if it's not broken?
We've had these conversations from my time in England. Like, I wouldn't be the most supple person in the world. My flexibility is not there at all. We tried working on it for 6 months, and I remember the physio come back to me and said, "This not moved 1 millimetre."
Go away.
Not moved 1 millimetre, and he just said to me then, he said, "Look, you're not getting injuries, so like,
leave it alone.
If we lengthen your hamstrings, maybe you become more susceptible to pulling hamstrings and stuff like that." Like, and we left it at that. Like, it was a case of like, so if we were doing like S&C course down in Waterford now, Darren Mulcahy is very good. And he'd be like, the lads be doing gym sessions and stuff like that. I'd be doing the gym sessions, but I'd be doing just body weights. I wouldn't be doing anything else, or he'd have me on a specific program that I'd be doing. But I mean, there's nothing like out of the ordinary in it. Yeah, it's just little things that I could just keep doing it, and just keeps on top of it. And I said to him as well, look, I want to train every day. the day I tell you I not training, you'll know I'm sore. So like we'll do our wellness scores in the morning, every morning before training, having to put it in before we leave the house, see what way the sleep patterns were that night.
What do you track that on, Podge?
It's on an app. He has an app. He has a gym down there as well. So he has an app, basically, and there's 6 questions on it. Go through the questions. It ranges between different scores.
What's the sweet spot as in sleep time? What were they asking for?
Oh, well, I just laugh at the young lads down there when they're putting 9 and 10 and 12 hours in, and I'm going, lads, wait till you get kids, lads. Jeez, this the dream, isn't it?
Yeah.
The dream is that, like...
yourself?
Would
you do it?
No, never. But sure, you'd be just waking up, like, I wear watch when I sleep, so I'm able to track, see how long I sleep on that. Yeah. But you'd be... Like, I'd wake up, if I had 7 hours, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
Fully charged.
Yeah. Well, look, we're still always tired. I've 2 young kids, but like there's tossing and turning at night from yourself as well. You might just have a bad night's sleep, it might be too warm, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But it's just the case they're able to look at everything on that, and then we'll go in and we'll do jump testing and we'll do different things, and they can tell from the jump testing and your scores and everything else whether, you're ripe for training today or if we have to monitor or taper down your session today. So it's good in that sense.
Tell me this, you just trigger something in my mind there, right? You talk about injured and players injured, and you were obviously very lucky apart from the cruciate and the arm. Is it mentality, Podge? Like, is it like that you're so, that you love the fucking game so much, you love sport so much that you just want to play, and it's your mentality, it'll break down any barrier or any niggle or anything you're feeling that I'm fucking playing? Like, is it?
Sometimes I think it is with certain players, but it's very hard to tell as well. Like, because the problem is when it comes to professional side of it all is like, that you're an asset. So like you've got to, if you're going to be out of contract in a few weeks' time and there's potential risk of you playing a game or not playing a game if it's the last league game of the season and you've not to play for, versus if it's a cup final, the risk versus reward is a lot bigger in one game to the other. So like you can see certain lads throughout my career that have had a little bit of an injury that it probably could have been able to get through if they really, really wanted it to. But you can also see the other side of it, why they didn't want to risk it.
Yeah.
Now we've seen the other side of it. I've seen lads that will go through the pain barrier no matter what, regardless whether it's first game of the season, last game of the season, in contract, out of contract, irrelevant. They'll do it because they're desperate to play.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, like I've never had that kind of moment where I kind of had a huge decision to make to go, oh, am I realistically fit for this? But then if I ever did, I think the way I'd weigh it up is it going to damage the team if I'm playing in it and I'm not at 100%? Or can I help the team? Even if I was 75%, can I help the team just occupy someone else?
Yeah. I
think that's where you have to weigh up the real side of it, and that comes down to a giant conversation probably between management, physio and the other side. Because look, as I said to you, a lot of lads, poor Cottle O'Sullivan is probably a great example of it.
Poor Cottle.
He was having a really good season.
He was gone, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
would have been £1 million player at least, wouldn't he?
Don't think that much. I think it was probably half of that. I think it was only about 400 or 500,000.
Just like Cork City.
Cork City, the Tories cruciate. That's the same leg as well. So really,
he done it already.
He done it a couple of years ago. Yeah, he's only turned 18. Really good kid and stuff like that. And I think you've probably seen the clip with Roy Keane during the week where he went down like after 20 minutes in the game. Roy Keane's talking about in the overlap.
Yeah.
And he went down, I think after 20 minutes and then got up and came on a little bit and then went down. So sometimes youthful exuberance can probably, it probably was gone the first time, but probably didn't help it the second time. So
have you ever overruled a physio, Podge?
Yeah.
Have you? And management to say, we're not going to do it. No, I'm okay.
Fine, yeah. But look, the final decision will always come down to the player, I suppose.
Right. You know your body better than anybody.
Unless they're saying, look, we don't have a game for 3 weeks.
It's pointless doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the like, we'd rather have you for the last 10 games of the season than you play this game and then you're missing for the next 10 games. You know what I mean? Right. So, like, generally, if it comes down to the player and you'll say, no, I'm fully fit, I'm 1,000,000% fit, that's fine. You can have that conversation. Then it's up to the manager whether he picks you.
Yeah.
and the manager will ultimately have the final decision. But you can declare yourself fit. You can say, I'm fully fit, I'm ready, I'm this, I'm that. But ultimately, he'll either decide, I'm going to play, or I'm not going to play.
Right. Yeah, but you know, Podge, there's a lot of psychology. I just want to go back there again to the player who's finishing up, was on a 1-year contract. There's 3 games left in the season. He's feeling a little bit. Like, there's serious thought there. Do I play? Do I not? As you just touched on. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's very difficult. Like.
The biggest example of it all was when football came back after COVID. The season got extended, but contracts were out. Do you remember?
Yeah.
So the season went past the 30th of June when contracts were out, and certain players decided they weren't going to risk the last 4 or 5 games of the season because they're not signing an extension for 6 weeks. Obviously the FA were going to waive the rest of it for, it wasn't, you usually can only sign year-long contracts or short-term contracts, but they were happy to, like the FA at the time, to let people sign 6 months, and the window got changed and all that. But certain players in the Premier League refused to play, and I can't remember who it was at the time, but the club was in a relegation battle and the player refused to play. Well, he didn't refuse to play. He just said, I'm not signing that contract, because he was going to get a good move, and there was a huge payday for him at the end of it. And he's
not taking a chance.
No, it's very hard to have a go at the player on that side of it as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because
it's a business.
Deep, right?
It's a business, and I always laugh at it. Like, the players always criticise when he leaves a club for free at the end of it, but when you're released, the club will not turn around and go, oh, well, look, you can't get a club, we'll give you another year then. They don't care.
Yeah.
But when, say for instance, look, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's gone, well, I know he didn't go for free in the end, but obviously Liverpool were never going to release him. But if Liverpool released him as a kid, there would have been no issues.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That no one would have been crying out going, I can't leave, or this. Like, I understand when it's a local player who goes down and runs their contract out and all that, but it's very valuable
on top
for
as
them.
well, though, Podge, and he's leaving.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I get that.
All I want to do is be captain in Liverpool and vice captain, and then he kept having vice captain. Van Dijk has only 2 or 3 years left.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the captain in 2 years' time.
You know what is, though,
Papa?
Papa?
He just walks away.
It's very hard to turn Real Madrid down, though.
There's 3 or 4 clubs that come to you and you don't say no.
You get one chance at them. You get one 100%.
chance. But
he's going to struggle against that team.
He struggled the other night, didn't he?
Yeah.
But do you know what it is? See that side of the game that you're talking about? Should that be publicised as much as it is? Like, should a football fan know about that stuff that's going on in the club? Because use Trent as an example. Like, the negativity on him. And he's just playing the game, like you said.
Yeah.
He's just playing the game. He knows his contract. He knows Madrid are coming. Not going to do anything too major here. But the way it's kind of promoted is that he's a prick.
Well, players know. Players at the top level know when they're out of contract, and usually they never let the contract run 2 years down, because clubs are, savvy to it all, and don't let them get to that stage, because when it gets to that stage, the players have all the power. So you get to 12 months left of your contract at the top level. Real Madrid will obviously have had a conversation, said, look, we can sign you for 50 million now, whatever. I'm just throwing figures out here now, but we can sign you for free next year. But there's no transfer fee involved next year, so your wages, like the overall package might be worth 100 million. 12 months previous. The overall package might be worth 70 million next year, but there's no fee, so everything comes into it as a sign-on fee, and because they don't have to pay the club, they can pay the player more
Madrid are like.
Well, they've signed a lot of players for free, and free transfers in recent years. Mbappe and stuff like that. Like, so they're
big money players.
Big money players. But that happens all over the place. Like that happens all over clubs, even at the lower levels in England and stuff like that. You'll see occasions in your career where the game finishes and managers walking off after a pitch. You'll see your own manager do it. You'll see opposition managers doing it and making a beeline for a certain player on the opposition team to congratulate them on the performance and stuff like that. But it's all let's get the ball rolling type thing. What's your contract situation? What's your contract situation in a few weeks' time? Anyone in for you type thing, and you hear these conversations all the time.
It's grit and gravel at that level, though, Podge. Like League 2, League 1, even Championship. Like it's a real tough circuit.
It's horrible. Like it's
obviously
people will players will come in and try walk all over you to get your job, like, because at the end of the day, look, it's the only job in the world probably where you have to work all week, but the only time anyone ever wants to work is at 11 o'clock of at 3 o'clock of a Saturday.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you break it down, the individual side of it all is when, if you look at the top, you know, the Football League and the National League, there's 120 clubs. So, out of those 120 clubs, only 120 goalkeepers can play.
Yeah.
And one will be on the bench. So there's only 240 goalkeepers at that, like the top 6 leagues in England where the money is. And you break that down to right backs. And so, like, you just play, it's a great
way of looking at it, isn't it?
Whenever, look at the amount of players that are over there. But when you look at, remember when everyone played 4-4-2? There was two striker roles up for press.
Yeah.
So you're doubling up, so you're 240. When everyone went to 4-3-3 and they were high and wide wingers, all of a sudden that number 9 went from being 240 down to 120.
Yeah.
And then everyone started playing a false 9. So you're like,
and inside wingers as well, right?
So you're losing down that number. So like at any given Saturday at 3 o'clock, if all those teams are playing, I used to always look at it this way: if I'm starting, I'm one of the privileged people that gets an opportunity to start in of those 120 forwards that's playing that week.
You're in the 1% club.
Yeah, well, probably less than 1%, isn't it? Even.
Yeah, well,
that's the old one, isn't it? The Premier League one is 0.000012 or something.
That's actually
from the academy.
No, Podge, I read up on that stat. It's 1%. They classify making it as playing a game of professional football. No, not necessarily Premier League.
Not playing it or
not top level.
One game.
Just one game at League 2, League 1, Championship. That's classed as made it.
Yeah.
Because I used to think that stat was at the very top level. No. It's actually 1% will only play professional.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts. Do you know, it's fucking ridiculous.
We're lucky.
You hit the 800 game milestone this year. Fair play to you. That's massive.
It's a lot, isn't it?
It's quite a lot.
Do you know what the worst thing is?
Go on.
Yeah, everyone, like, I just, like, this is where I think Messi and Ronaldo ruined football. So I played those games and you're looking at the figures, he's chasing 1,000 goals, like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, it's crazy, like the numbers that they've put up and all that is just.
Do you think they'll be matched, Podge? I can't see the numbers.
Longevity wise, probably not either.
I've seen somewhere where Haaland had to score.
I saw the same, like
2 a game or something. Was it?
Score 40 or 50 a season for 16 years to
match Ronaldo.
To match it, and you're like going.
It's ridiculous stats, isn't it?
Remember the time when 20 goals a year for a striker in the Premier League was like.
I remember Robbie Fowler top scorer, 17 goals.
Yeah, there was one year there was 3 or 4 of them on 18.
Yeah, and
you're looking at it and you're going, and everyone was chasing.
Couple of games to go.
Everyone was chasing that 20 goal a year striker, and now it's like, oh well, 20 doesn't get you anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, and
it's not a bog standard striker, but it's not.
No,
but it doesn't cut the mustard really at the top level.
No,
you want a 30 goal a year plus, don't you?
Yeah, and look, I don't know whether it's changed, like with VAR and all that, like whether the goals that years ago would have been offside, the next minute look at them properly with VAR, now you're adding extra goals that way. But then I suppose you can flip it the other side and go, well, you're scoring goals now. I mean, this is allowed for VAR, so maybe it does.
I can't get VAR because it's so inconsistent. It just gets me on it.
It's United subjective again, isn't it?
It's just different. Again. Like even like not on Man United, but the goal penalty Man United got on Sunday was a penalty. Your man wrestled down to the ground. Yeah. And then you look at Euro pushing your man in the back.
Yeah,
but even the penalty, even the penalty, Mount makes the first contact. And can I be a United support? Mount makes the first contact, but there's also
the lip behind him.
It's like they're forgetting what's actually behind them.
Yeah.
It's like we're not looking at that. Let's look at this bit. And
nearly 3 minutes had passed before they went back to a decision. Like, I
don't know when I said this story the last time. I had a couple of instances of VAR when we played Spurs in the FA Cup replay at Wembley, and we had Chris Foy came in to speak to us about it because VAR was only quite new at the time.
Yeah, it was tried in the FA Cup.
Been tried in the FA Cup, but it was like funny because it was only like and I'm going on for the tangent now, but I disagree with it being in the FA Cup because you can't have it in some rounds and then not, or some games.
Depending on
so
the
we didn't have VAR at Rodney Parade.
Was that stadium based?
No, stadium based. Yeah, it is stadium based.
If you drove home, you weren't getting.
Well, we played the first game at home and there was no VAR, but then we played the second game, the replay at Wembley because this stadium was being rebuilt at the time. Yeah. And there was VAR. But anyway, he came in and spoke to us and was having a conversation. And remember, during the game then, the the ball went out of play, and next minute the referee said, "Oh, hold on there for a second," and everyone's looking around going, "Well, what's the?" He goes, "We're just checking for a potential penalty." I remember I was standing close to one of their players, and I started goes, "Who's the penalty? Like, is it us?" And he goes, "I have no idea," because the ball had been in the box both sides.
So you wouldn't know.
So you'd know, but the only people in the ground who didn't know what was going on. If you're watching TV, obviously they're telling you everything on the TV. But with the big screens and all that, they don't put it on the big screens at the time in the stadium. So the only ones that didn't know anything about what was going on at the time were the ones who were in the ground and the ones who were actually being involved in it. So we had no idea what was actually happening.
That's a great point.
We didn't know whether it was right. Do we actually want this to be a penalty or not? Because I don't know if it's for or against us.
Yeah. That's a great point.
So there's that side of it as well, which is like obviously that's changed now. That I think they do show them on the TVs and on the big screens, and the refs speaking now as well. But I don't like that.
I don't like it.
No, it's
don't like that.
You know what's not like this halftime interviews.
Yeah, no, it's not a fan of that.
I think it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't like
Odegaard, I seen the Odegaard United match, and I'm thinking, he's the captain of that team. Should he not be in the dressing room really in this message?
Is it not a player patch? Would they stop Roy Keane doing that? On the interview at half time.
I think
you'd be told where to go.
I think they're actually nearly
mandatory, is it?
obliged.
It's part of their contract.
I think it's got to
that. Wrong though.
Yeah.
Well, if you look, you say it's wrong and all that, right? I don't agree with it. But if doing that means the players are going to be earning stupid amounts of money because of the TV deals, they're going to do them. Simple as that. And it's irrelevant whether we like it or not. It's going to become part of the game now, and it has to be because how much money is involved in football now.
Yeah, it's a modernisation of a game that doesn't need to be modernised.
Yeah.
That's for me.
Probably they try. I saw Shane Keegan speaking about this during the week on Off the Ball. They tried them and they did have the halftime or during the game interviews.
Yeah, I heard that as well on
in the League of Ireland. They had them years ago, and they cut to the sideline and they'd be talking, but you're like, look, look, I always say about you're doing an interview there. Players not going to tell you the truth anyway because they're not going to give. Where they're going to tell the viewers where they went wrong in the first half. Yeah, and potentially someone from the opposition team is watching it.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? An analyst watching.
But why does it have to be a player though, Podge? Give it to the fucking set piece coach or do you know what I mean? Or the kit man. Give them their bit of fame.
Yeah, because they're not getting the money for it.
Yeah, maybe.
There's no without being disrespectful, but no one wants to listen to the set piece coach speak about it. They want to hear what Odegaard has to say.
Fair point.
Even if it's actually irrelevant because he's not giving you the answer that you want to hear anyway. He's not going to give you the truth. No one really does.
It's a selective answer, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all media trained.
I was talking to an Arsenal fan the other day, and I said to him, I just can't see Odegaard lifting the Premier League. I just can't see. I just think he's too flaky or something.
Well, if you don't, it doesn't mean that this year he has to go, really, does he? Arteta. He's at the buying everything. He has. He has his striker. He has Zamendi.
It depends what else he wins, or if he wins anything.
Well, it depends on that as well. Yeah,
it depends.
I don't think an FA Cup is good enough, and I don't think a Carabao Cup is good enough. But it has to be the Premier League. Or the Champions League.
I do agree with you on that side of it, but I suppose they have been very unlucky with where they've fallen in the last few years, like in terms of the teams they've come up against. Like they're coming up against generational sides in City and Liverpool, and like, you know, as good as like if they win one, is that even good enough? Because then do you need to win another one? Like look at what Liverpool have won in the last since Klopp was there, and how good they've been. But numbers will always come down to the Premier League titles, and they've only won the 2 Premier Leagues in that period of time. So have they underachieved, or what way have they done in that sense? But they've obviously got the other trophies as well, and it's just, I don't know.
Do you think fans have become institutionalized to, say, take Arsenal as an example, to qualifying for the Champions League is enough? Because I look at Arsenal and they're clearly very well supported. You look at different media outlets, like everyone's very fucking happy about them, but they've won none. Like, so have fans become so institutionalized into this whole Champions League thing? We had to play in Europe and we had to play a nice brand of football rather than fucking winning trophies. Has that happened?
Probably, and I think the best thing that's happened in the last year has been Newcastle and Palace winning 100%. The League Cup and the
FA Cup.
And the FA Cup. And look, obviously I know Palace have lost off the back of that as well. Like, and you know, that's obviously, and they might be losing Mark Guy as well.
I like a man in midfield from what's his name? What is it? Begins with
Adam Morton.
Yeah, I like him.
He's very good.
Yeah.
But they've obviously lost them. But look at, and obviously, well, Newcastle are going to potentially lose
Isaac
as well. But look at the atmosphere at Newcastle last night. Look at the, you know, the squad that they're building. Look at where the likes of a Dan Byrne has come from. Do you know what I mean? Like he was League Two player. He was a League Two player. Like, and came up through it. He was at Yeovil. Got promoted to the Championship. He was at went from, I think he was at Brighton at the time and stuff, and then went up to Newcastle, and he's been brilliant.
Looking at him, I said, he's not right to have a man that size playing left back.
6'7", yeah.
No, he's playing centre half now, and he's even better.
Yeah, but he was very
his
good.
England debut,
very good at
didn't he?
left back. Yeah,
he came in England. Yeah.
No, he's why is he, Podge? 33 or 4, it says.
No,
is he not?
He's only
27, 28, Podge, maybe.
No, he's not
30.
He will be. Yeah.
Is he?
When Yeovil went up, I think it was about 2016. They went up to, so that's, if you're looking at that, 9 years ago. I don't think he was.
Yeah, if he was 27 back then, I suppose.
No, if he was 21 now, I think he'd probably be about 30, 31 maybe.
Okay. What'd you have?
33.
33, yeah.
33! Primary life! Jesus, we went fucking off kilter there, didn't we?
That was
brilliant. You come on every week, Podge. That was great. You've been in so many fucking dressing rooms, Podge, right? And I think the last interview we done with you was brilliant. You gave us your whole journey in Portugal and everything. I think we skipped over something where you must have a couple of funny hours. You've been in plenty of dressing rooms now, 800 appearances. You may give us a few funny stories, Podge.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, to be fair, I have been involved. There's obviously ones that can't be told, which is natural.
Off air
later. Look, I've been lucky to be part of very, very good dressing rooms. I think there's potentially maybe only one dressing room in my whole career that probably wasn't, and I don't think that was actually down to the players either. There was problems with the ownership and stuff like that, and then that filtered in, and players not being paid and all that. But that's a different story whatsoever. But like, when I first went to Accrington, John Coleman was my manager, who's my Waterford manager now. He signed me when I came back from Portugal, and the first night for a couple of nights I was to stay in a hotel, but there was an issue with the hotel and stuff. I said, John said to me, "No, you can stay in my house," and I was like, "Fine." And look, I'll always be forever grateful for managers. Shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah,
nice touch,
but lovely. But I always give that little bit extra because of stuff like that, and obviously I really like him as well. Anyway, as a person and as a manager and all that, But anyway, Kevin Long was playing with me at the time. And this is a story that backfired on me, like, type thing. but Kevin Long was playing with us. He was on loan from Burnley, and I was ended up going in living with Kevin for a bit, and then moved into the apartment down below him, and a good friend and stuff like that. So, but anyway, John told this story a few years ago again, so I don't mind resharing it because it's once he tells it, it's okay. So, but there was an app out years ago, and this is 2011, 2012. Message X is what it was called. So essentially, like, if I had yours number, Papa, and your number, Podge, I could go onto the app and I could send Podge a message and it'd come up on your phone as from Papa.
Okay.
So anyway, so I was sitting in the right. So just bear with me for a minute. Anyway.
Yeah, go on.
So John Coleman has a daughter similar age to me. So obviously he stayed in his house a couple of nights. So I was sitting in the house one night, and the phone pops up. Message, John Coleman. What's this I hear about you and my daughter? Right, and I'm going, what's going on here? It's like completely innocent, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm going, So I've like sitting there, and not to be anything going on over there with Kevin or anything like that. He's just like, I just said this. I said, you're not going to believe, like, what's this about? And so I've tried to ring John, and now I found out years later. So he just hung up straight away.
Yeah.
Tried to ring in, hung up straight away. So 3 times hung up. I found out years later from John telling the story, he was getting on a plane. So he was sitting on the plane, and you don't want to answer your phone on the plane as you're just about to take off.
Whatever. Yeah.
So he just turned his, like, what's Podge looking for? I'll be all right. You know?
Yeah.
I'll give him a message when I get there. But he was flying to Portugal or wherever it was. It was a couple of 3 or 4 hours. Longest 3 or 4 hours of my life, by the way. So anyway, so I like got more nervous then because he's not answering he's cancelling the call. Not answering, cancelling the call. So I'm like, he's really like, I need to get the bottom of this. Don't know what's going on. Yeah. So I replied back. But when you reply back, the message goes to them. So I wrote out a big long essay. I've gone, I don't know what's all
declaring
this about.
innocence.
Declare my innocence, respect you too much as part of all this type thing. Declaring your innocence. He's in the middle of the air, isn't he? So he's not seeing this for 4 hours. And then it was night time, so he texted me back the next day, goes, what are you on about? Like this. I never slept a wink that night. Slept a wink that night. And I found out Kevin told me the next day, like, he's like, oh, look at this app. Like, and I was like, Did
Kevin get your reply?
No, he doesn't get the reply. The reply goes straight to... The reply goes straight to... reply goes straight... But I think it's worse that the reply goes straight to the other person.
Probably does, yeah.
But like, I remember saying afterwards, like, I guarantee you that's the type of app that has ruined relationships.
Oh, yeah.
And people are innocent. Yeah. But like, I remember thinking at the time, it was like, oh, Jesus. So like, thankfully, like, it was not... But then, look, another little lighthearted one was... Again, we were at Akron at the time, and Akron was full of Scousers and stuff like that, and they're all like...
Mental.
Like, no, they're all... Everyone wants to be like the Joker and stuff like that. So like, so it was little things, and there was every day we'd come back in from training, and someone's socks to be whole cut off the toes of them. But it got to the stage where everyone's had been done, and then no one could. We're trying to, like, so Podge is done one day, next one Poppers is done the next day. So like going, well, it has to be Pádraig must be doing it if it's the three of us in there. But then you come in the next day and Pádraig's is done. Mine is done.
Right.
So you're going, well, who is it? If it's not us three, who's doing it? So we never ever got to the bottom of who it was. But what happened, it ended up, the final day it was ever done, everyone's socks got cut. But like, lads would come in and put their sock up and you're going like, oh, so who's going to be? You've got to put your sock on and go the whole way up to
like the locker room with the flag hanging over them. Wearing a football.
Such an innocent little thing to do. Like, it's not like...
It's a mind fuck.
But it's like, as in, I've heard horrible stories in other dressing rooms where people are cutting clothes up and stuff like that. But the socks is like, it's a pair of socks, like. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
Pull them up.
No, but it's a complete mind wreck.
It's like fucking... What's that? Traitors.
Yeah,
it's like,
but you don't know who's doing it. You don't know who's doing it and stuff like that. But it was like, I always thought like, geez, that was. I mean, you look back at it and you go like,
did you ever find out who it was?
Still haven't a clue to this day.
That's brilliant.
And no one in the dressing room had a clue apart from the person who was doing it. But because they went around and done everyone's, but like it got to the stage like where like lads were injured, so like you were trying to go right. So one of the injured lads, but then you come in that day and the injured lad's socks are cut and you're going, it can't be him. And it's like, so like you're going, oh, well, he's not going to cut his own socks, is he?
Or is he?
Or is he?
So we'll never catch him.
So it was
brilliant.
Just
brilliant.
Little things like that.
Oh, whiplash! What happened to you? Putting on my socks.
yeah.
Probably
these socks are tight.
Probably one of the ones I did more so was, I remember I was at Grimsby and there was we had obviously initiation songs. Horrible. I've seen lads crumble in them. I've seen lads be unbelievable, and the older you get in your career, the first thing you learn is go first.
Get out of the way.
Go first, get out of the way. Because you can't get up. First of all, if someone gets up and is brilliant, I can't sing.
Follow it,
You can't follow that.
No.
If someone gets up and crumbles, you're going. You're going, oh, what happens to me type thing. Because because I've seen confident lads stand up and like they're just shaking. Yeah, so hearing you talk about that, and but when I was at Grimsby, I remember I was chatting to one of the new signings, and he was like, "Oh, what song are you singing?" I was like, "Oh, I'm singing this song." And what song are you singing? Oh, I'm going to sing this song. It's like, I say, "You okay?" And he's like, oh, I'm really nervous about this. I've been practicing this for so long, like practicing in the mirror like the night before type thing. It's like, you just keep getting it whatever wrong and stuff like that. So I was like, "You'll be fine. I said, like, look, I'll go first. I can't sing. And he said, I can't sing because you've heard me. I said, I can't sing, so I'll go first. Go next because it'll be all easier then. So he's gone, all right, I'll jump up next. So, because we knew there was one lad in the squad, Richard Tate, who was a fantastic singer, so we didn't want him going first. So I was like, right, I'll go first.
Gag him.
So anyway, I've gone first. I stood up. I stood and looked square in the fella's eyes and sang the song he was going to sing.
No way!
He had no other song whatsoever.
What was it?
I can't remember at the time, but it was my one that I always sing would be "Stand By Me." I've seen him just falling lower and lower into the chair. And he ended up not singing.
Eminem, mile job, wasn't it, at the end of it?
He couldn't. He got up and he stood there and he's like, you're trying to read lyrics and his hands were sweating and everything like that, and he just couldn't. And he ended up going, I can't do it, lads. I can't do it. I felt really guilty afterwards.
But for about 5 seconds.
No, I did feel guilty. He was a nice lad. So.
Yeah, I remember hearing. I remember hearing one that Gazza done at Everton, where he went fishing, caught 2 fish. I think he was sharing a car with... was it Rangers?
Yeah, Ian Durant or something like that. Ali McCoy tells
he put one fish under the front seat of the car, right? So you'll find it. Oh, I have it. But he put the other one in the spare wheel well, in the boot of the car.
You're not going to look for a second one, are you?
So your man found the first one, he's thinking, God, should he had it for was it nearly half a year or something?
They pull the car apart and find it. Pull the whole car apart,
trying to find it. That's one fucking... Yeah, it was... I don't know. I think them dressing room... But are they part of the game, though?
You need it.
You do, don't you?
Like that. You need it because it can become the same thing over and over again every day. Like, you need characters to be in the dressing room to lighten the place up. Yeah. You need arguments to happen in the dressing room to liven the place up, and you need, as I said, those characters to come in after a game or on a Monday morning, because you can't mope. Like, if you play on a Saturday at 3 o'clock and you lose the game, there's nothing you can do about that game. You can learn from it from the next day onwards or whatever it is, but you can't affect the result of it.
You can't carry it with you.
But if you mope for the next 3-4 days, you're affecting the result the following week.
Yeah.
So you need those characters to come in to change the whole mood on a Monday morning, and they need those bubbly people to be just like nothing's ever. And the whole thing is, you never get carried away. Never too high, never too low.
No.
Was saying, it was always been said to me over there. And I thought that the lads that I would have played with from Liverpool would have been all very, very good at that. They would have been all... Kevin Ellison was one who was like really, really good no matter what. He would be the life and soul of the dressing room, and he'd keep everyone in check. And it was always really, really good, because you just knew every day was going to be a fun day with him type thing. And you never knew what he was going to do next type thing, but you knew it was going to be good. But if you lost 4-0 at the weekend, he'd be the exact same on a Monday morning as he would be as if he won 6-0 and he scored 5 of them.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And that was always kind of the way you have to be. So, like, for myself and stuff like that at Waterford now, I tried to bring a little bit of that, like, where I'd be, trying to be a little bit livelier on a Monday, obviously within reason, or on a Sunday whenever we're in the next day after a game, and then if the result had been good, I suppose you're trying to keep it in check the other side as well. So you try always be the same.
If a result's not good on a Friday, in Sunday straight away, or are you waiting Monday?
No, usually in the day after a game anyway.
Oh, is it?
Usually
recovery.
Usually in for recovery the day after a game, Saturday.
But I think that morale thing is probably bigger than the actual captain's role, isn't it, really?
Oh, yeah. That's everyone's job.
It's a collective
thing. Everyone's job, yeah.
Like, I know I'm not trying to compare junior soccer to League of Ireland, but like I said to you, Papa, that fines thing that went into St. Pat's last year, like, that brought a group so fucking close together. You couldn't, nothing else would work. And then
but I've seen it go the other way in professional.
I can imagine how it could, yeah.
Because you're looking at different.
Well, it's affecting your fucking pocket.
Yeah, you're looking at different types of money, and you're looking at arguments with lads and stuff like that. And I've heard stories of different clubs where like it's really, really, it's come to blows. Like,
so you've seen the list released, like, remember the Lampard Derby?
Yeah.
His one.
The worst one was when Portsmouth. Do you remember when they were in League 2? They obviously went down
the figures, did it?
No, it didn't. Someone took a picture in the dressing room and it went split, or went out public. But the problem was they were in the Premier League 3 years before, but the fines were like Premier League wages nearly.
Yeah.
But the fine, like, if you were late to a medical appointment, it was like 500 quid.
Yeah, it was nuts.
And like, if you're a minute late, it was 500 quid or something along those lines.
And then
but like,
every minute after
they were in a transfer embargo and then they were in administration, and the players weren't getting paid. But the fines were still being... And then clubs will do... I remember one time I was at a club and club fined a player. He got sent off. And they appealed the ban or the red card, because they said it's not a red card. And they they appealed it, and he lost his appeal, and they fined him 2 weeks' wages. And he was like, "Well, why are you appealing? Why are you finding me 2 weeks' wages if you appeal the ban? You obviously didn't think it was a right, because you can't, if you appeal it and it's frivolous, you get an extra game type thing. So if it's a straight red 2-foot tackle and you appeal it, you're going to get longer because you're wasting everyone's time with it. But this was a player like he missed one game of the season. He was played 45 out of 46. He was the captain, and he appealed. The club tried to fine him 2 weeks' wages. The PFA got involved. The next minute, PFA got involved, and that goes to an independent hearing, and he won the independent hearing. But he played He played 45 out of 46 games that season. Missed one game with suspension. Got released at the end of the year off the back of what was after going on with the independent stuff as well.
Nuts,
so like that's another side of it as well. Like that, where I know that wasn't the individual players' fines and stuff like that, but you can see where it gets a little bit messy. But
that goes back to the published thing about players and contracts. Like that side of the game in relation to players' well-being and welfare for me is neglected. Like it's almost everything about professional football or no media is negative.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Outside of the actual fucking game. It's so negative. Like I see that young lad coming on for Arsenal there, 15 years of age. I actually feel sorry for him. I just think he's going to be absolutely smothered. If he comes on now in 4 or 5 games and does well, he's going to be smothered. It's going to ruin him.
It's a big hole in his body.
I had this conversation this morning again, and I was trying to find what's the right thing, because if he stays playing 15, 16, 17's youth, whatever it is, he stagnates his development.
Yeah.
Because he's too good for the level.
How long do you think Saka is playing?
Oh, sure. Look, he's playing a stupid amount of time now when you think of it, isn't he? How old is he now?
23.
Right.
He's playing since he's 17.
He's still eligible for young player of the year.
He's six seasons.
What's that, under 23?
It's usually under 23. Yeah.
He's 6 seasons in.
But everyone said about Wayne Rooney when he retired, like he retired very young, but he started at 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's 18 years of a career.
The point I'm making about Saka is he's extremely well managed, clearly, because there's nothing about him.
Maybe he's just a
nice
quite
person. Off the
But the point I'm making is I get that and I appreciate that, but I think that journalists and fucking paparazzi, whatever you want to call them, and maybe even rival agents are trying to get something negative out there. Do you know what I mean? Constantly poking, constantly making fake news. Like AI is such a fucking thing now. I think that side of the game for players is so neglected at a professional level.
It probably is. Look, it probably is neglected. But like as I said to you, what do you do? What's the right thing to do there for the likes of him and the young boys go for Liverpool last night? Like, yeah,
I think we started up a company, professional players welfare. You can be the first. You can be the company owner, Podge. Me and Papa put in the capital, and we'll go from there. But I think there's a space for that. I said it to David Ford here. I said it to John Lester. I think there's a space for that.
Yeah, no, really do. There certainly is now, especially with I suppose the amounts that are there for players to earn throughout their career and to protect it, because they're a brand now. A lot of them are a brand, and to protect that brand, and all it takes is a couple of negative things, and all of a sudden it snowballs.
Said to Mikey as well, yeah. Do you know, like an anonymous support line there where these players can go out to speak to someone who's been there, done that, and can give them solid advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, definitely something there, but
we'll chat after, right?
Yeah.
Tell me this: all your time playing the game, Podge, has there ever been a moment where you kind of said, "I'm going to walk away here. I've enough"? Or
no,
never. Is that down to your application or just purely passion?
Just down to loving the game type thing. It's all I ever wanted to do since I was probably 4 years of age.
Great answer, Podge.
Like, it's the best job in the world, isn't it? Like the amount of people that would kill to do it and would love to swap places with you every week. As I said to you, the numbers there earlier when we were talking, like you're looking at 240 potential strikers at that time when they're playing 2 up front, playing in those top 6 leagues in England. People, and it is a dog-eat-dog world over there. There's people, like if you're out of contract, and thankfully it was only once that it kind of happened. I was out of contract and I was in a bit of limbo and not knowing what was going on, which I suppose is a really good thing to say for the length of time. But no, I've never I always wanted to play it. I always wanted to keep going.
Never grey area.
No, probably. And look, and another thing to go back to, you asking about playing through pain or whatever like that. That's probably one other reason why you played 800 games.
Yeah,
because I was desperate to play games. Now I'd never play if I wasn't right, but you're still desperate to be involved, and whether it means you're involved for 15 minutes at the end or you're involved for 60 minutes or 90 minutes.
That's a credit to your mentality, though, right?
Yeah, but I love playing the game. I love being out there on a Saturday. And I said earlier on, it's the only job probably with you're stopped from doing your job of a Saturday. Yeah. You can do your job Monday to Friday, but you're stopped being. If anyone said to you in the morning, look, you don't have to do your job today, it's a great, like you're going, no, as much as you love doing it or whatever, like you go, oh, I have a day off, yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're a footballer and you're told, well, you can have a day off Saturday, you're going, no, I don't want a day off Saturday. It's the only day I don't want a day off. Yeah. You have a day off the other day.
Fuck. I've never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
So I've never been a professional, but
no, but even any other, look, it's a hobby as well. It doesn't make a difference. You're told, you're desperate to play, so we don't need you today. Like, that's a horrible thing to be told as a professional. You
play a lot of game time though, Podge, which is a big bonus for you as well.
I think.
Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were saying, I'm playing 4 games, I'm gone for another 2 games, I'm in for 6, I'm out for 3. You're playing a lot. I hope it continues for you, but I genuinely mean that. But to be on the pitch all the time is such a good feeling too. And I look at the fixtures every week. I look at the goals. I hope you get an assist or a goal every single week. I look at it, and you're very, very rarely taken off as well.
I think.
Do you know what I mean?
Last Friday was only the 3rd league game.
Yeah,
come off, and that was with 4 minutes left of the day, and I had a strap on my foot. The strapping had gone too tight. I had to re-strap 5 times or 4 times during the day, during the game. But it was gone too tight, and I just lost feeling in it. So I was like, right, I need to come off and affecting the team. But I remember last year, I think I missed 8 minutes of the season in the league.
Nuts.
Keith Long took me off up in Drogheda in the second game of the season in the 94th minute. We were 4-1 up, and he goes, I'll give you a little bit of a rest tonight. I remember laughing at him going, wait, just leave me on if that stage is 94 minutes.
How are you over your 800 games? Are you a good reactive substitute when you're coming off? Like, what's your reactions? Like, I've often looked at players coming off and saying he wants to smash his manager here.
I try never show it if I can, because
is it hard to avoid it though, Podge? Disappointment, like,
not if you can be disappointed, but I always look at it and go, I don't want to show it coming off because I don't want to be disrespectful towards who's going on.
Wow.
Yeah,
because you're being
and that's happened a lot, right?
Well, that's where the famous story with Teddy Sheringham and Andy Cole is, isn't it?
In England,
he made his England debut. Andy Cole was making his England debut, and Teddy Sheringham was coming off, and he ignored him, blanked him going off.
Oh, is that where that came from?
And they never spoke to each other afterwards. Yeah,
I remember reading that story
obviously when I was younger and stuff like that. And I always kind of said, like, whether I agree with the manager, disagree with the manager, it's irrelevant. He's made his decision. Like, and
you can't change it.
Can't change it, like, and I'll go in on a Monday morning, or I'll go in and if there was an issue and we're having a conversation about it. But
you're, I think you're open and intelligent enough to have the conversation, right?
Oh,
I don't think you want to go running to other platforms to give out. Like, you'll go to the manager.
No, I always have a conversation and stuff like that. Maybe when I was 19 or 20, or starting off at 18, and you'd be like, you don't understand it as much.
Yeah,
but it comes from I suppose it comes from a position there where you're just a young lad playing football and just want to play football.
Yeah. Gotcha.
You don't want to be stopped playing football. You don't realise, like, you might be playing well and being very good in the game, but you've got to, like, again, I go back to the United team in 99 with the 4 strikers. Most important players are your subs. The managers always say that I've worked with, like, there's no point keeping the lads happy in the starting 11 every week, because they're always going to be happy because they're playing every week. Is to manage the players outside it. And if you show disrespect towards them coming off, look, there's someone will find a clip probably of me coming off and being angry or whatever, or being annoyed or whatever like that. But
it's not for me.
But as you matured, I
try not to show it if I am, and there's a conversation. Look, at the end of the day, you're adults, like, with your manager and stuff like that. And managers appreciate come and have a conversation with them. Don't be making remarks behind people's backs or on social media or stuff like that. Go have a conversation with them, and that's it. Like, it's you're grown ups at the end of the day, and if you're in the right position, the two of you are going on the same kind of wavelength, or you're going for the one collective thing. It's about what I said at the very start. It's about the team.
Yeah.
Depends on the score in the game as well, though. Do you know what I mean? Either as well. Like if you're 4 or 5-0 up and just 10 minutes left and you see a young lad coming on, you're not going to be. You're going to be.
Yeah.
Look at this young. I want to give him a good chance now. Good, well done.
Yeah, but I've seen players who've been on a hat trick and been
annoyed
coming off.
I understand that as well.
Wouldn't be. That wouldn't, stuff like that wouldn't.
I've had a junior level.
I wouldn't be bothered
myself,
about it. I wouldn't be bothered about it if I was like, I'd be looking at the other side going, jeez, delighted to score 2 tonight.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah.
That fire you mentioned about the 19-20-year-old Podge, that fire that's there, 37-year-old Podge, still there?
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Is that hard to maintain, Podge?
For me, no. I can't talk for other people or anything like that, the way that they're gone, but maybe because I've not had as many negative moments in my career, that a lot of things seem to be like I've always found this. I've always got really good publicity off the back of the FA Cup runs and everything like that, and I've probably got more publicity than people who've had better careers than me in the UK because I've had bigger moments or stuff like that, and so it's always been easy for me to keep going if things are going well. Maybe if things have been very negative for me for a 3-4 year period, it probably would be different. But one of the most enjoyable seasons of my career was when I went on loan to Exeter, and I didn't play an awful lot in that. I started an awful lot. I played a lot of games. I was coming off the bench, but I did a different role going there, and I knew my role going there from the manager straight up, and I loved it. I loved being like a mentor towards the younger players. They had a very, very young squad, and I loved that experienced role of, right, look, we're under pressure, we need someone to go on and do this, or we need you to go play these 3 games in a row because there's an injury there, and we need this, and I love that side of it as well, and maybe that's what's helped me, give me that little bit going forward again as an older player. And I love helping the younger players, I love giving them advice, I love when they come and ask questions.
You don't see yourself as an older player though.
No, but I am though.
But your mentality is, hey.
Yeah, but the reason you probably
missed 8 minutes last year.
The feeling of being beneficial is a super feeling.
Yeah, it's massive. But it's also like I'd be at the front of the run in pre-season.
That's what I mean. Like,
or if not second in the run in pre-season, the majority of a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, but that's an example of other players.
Yeah, but it's an example of other players and stuff like that. But it's also
he's 37. Look at him.
But I always look and go,
we got to get to that level.
Are you conscious of being? Are you conscious of filling that role, though, Podge? Do you know what I mean? Are you conscious of filling that mentor role? Like, does that play a part in your mindset?
No, I think sometimes it comes natural. Sometimes
that's what I mean. It's more of a natural thing, I'd say.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't. Like in the likes of pre-season and stuff like that, I'll do the run because I like. And if the manager says to me, like, or someone says and see, going, no, you step out of this one, and I go, no, it's pre-season. I'm there to get fit, but I'm trying to get the lads onto the next, because if I keep going, that might drag them along. That because if I'm at the front and there's a knock-on effect, so if you step out at the front, there's obviously a knock-on effect then, because the next person might be, say, 10 seconds behind on the length of running going, but that might have a knock-on effect to the next person after that and the next person. But if you're dragging the person behind you, he's dragging the person behind him, and keeps going and filters down to the bottom. And if the last person gets further because I stay in, I'd be happier doing that.
Are you a deep thinker about the game?
Probably without realising it, yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Probably without realising it.
There's a manager in you, isn't there?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, you'd know by him.
I don't know if there is or not. You'd like to think there is. I always did say I'd love to have a go, but you just never know, do you? You never know whether you're going to have an opportunity. You never know. Like, look at the amount of ex-pros out there that can't get a job. John Terry spoke recently. He doesn't want to be a manager anymore because he can't get a job. He's applied for jobs left, right and centre and couldn't get a job.
Yeah, Roy Keane.
Yeah.
For probably more jobs than anyone.
But he had jobs as a manager.
Terry's never as well.
Terry's never had a job as a manager.
Yeah.
And there's one of the best captains that has come through the Premier League history.
One of the best English centre halves of all time, surely, right?
But yeah, he would be. Yeah, so it's like, but like I'd look at the game as I wouldn't be afraid if we were doing work during the week in training, or if we were doing analysis and stuff like that of having an opinion on if it was right or wrong. Like, I wouldn't be afraid to say something.
Like, is he coaching?
I'm already kind of helping out with the hurling and football, but might get into the soccer soon. Yeah.
Sorry, I interrupt you. Go on.
No, just saying like that. As in, I probably would be a deep thinker on it. In terms of like definitely during training.
Do you have your own ideas? Do you have your own? I know we're going a bit, but fuck it. Do you have your own tactical ideas? Like, say, look at United's. Look at your man over Crystal Palace, right?
Yeah.
And Amram over United. What's your man's name at Tower Palace? Both played the very same system.
Mm.
But it's very clear that the guy that's over Palace, with players that aren't his, has a completely different understanding of the shape than Amram, who now has majority of his players. Like, you play in a 4-2-3-1. Do you have ideas of how it should be played?
Yeah, but I think that if you go into a job and you're specifically going, I want to play this, I want to play that.
Yeah.
You don't have the time to get there.
Yeah.
Unless if you don't start right, you're gone very, very quickly.
Mm.
So you've got to be able to adapt to what's there in front of you, especially when it's not at the top level. There's no point if your two best players are your two strikers, and you've got strength at the back. You're looking at potentially playing a 3-5-2. You might not want to play it.
Yeah.
But you might want to play a 4-3-3. But if you haven't got the wingers to play it, there's no point playing the 3-5 or playing the 4-3-3.
Yeah.
You need to build it on time, but you haven't got time initially.
Yeah.
You're always on borrowed time as a manager in a professional game. Always on borrowed time. You're about 6 games away from being sacked.
Yeah.
7 games away from being sacked. No matter who you are.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's
no
an
matter who you
absolute fact.
Some or less. Potter's in trouble.
Well, look at Russell Martin.
Rangers go
right?
very quickly, yeah.
Look at him at the minute.
Mm.
He's actually not lost the league game yet.
Yeah.
And there's talks of losing his job.
Then you have the other side of it. You have the duffer, who just clearly couldn't get a buy-in for whatever reason and just walked. Like,
yeah, I don't know. Like, but he was brilliant for the league.
Outstanding.
He was brilliant.
Outstanding.
But he built that team over time as well. Or like it wasn't. He came in and he would happily change his system to over time. But when you go in as a manager, I spoke to numerous managers about this.
Mm.
At Newport, we played 3-5-2, and it changed over time because. At Newport we played 4-3-3, 4-3-3/4-4-2, but we ended up. Antoine Semenyo came to us on loan from Bristol City, and me and Jamil Matt were playing in front, and we were scoring a stupid amount of goals together. Mm. But we had to find a way to fit Antoine into the team because he was too good. Yeah, he was too good a player.
Right.
So we ended up playing. We were playing 4-4-2. At the time, we ended up playing a lopsided 4-3-3. So he'd play high, wide, and left, but we'd play
two central,
and the right side would tuck in completely, and we'd leave that side just
to
the way it was, because we needed to cover for Antoine.
Yeah, gotcha.
But he was worth it for us because he was unbelievable.
Yeah, gotcha.
And as you can see, the career he's gone on to have off the back of that. But you've got to adapt to what the players you have available in front of you.
Yeah.
I always talk about, or hear people talk about, like having a philosophy and whatever like that. I think that's brilliant. But it's all well and good having a philosophy, and then you're thrown into your first job, and let's take Newport County for example. You haven't got the finances to go out and get your players for that role. That's what you've got in front of you. Go deal with it. Go coach those players. Yeah. Go put them into the system that suits you. And if that doesn't work sometimes, you've got to find what system suits the group you have.
Correct. That's what hurt Rooney,
Yeah, probably.
Trying to stamp his own philosophy on it.
It's okay for managers like that to take that risk, because the financial side of that they have behind them, backing that, they know that if I don't,
I'm okay.
Yeah. Whereas for a lower league manager, it's not.
You have to have mortgage to pay, and probably.
Well, you just you can't be out of work for 6 months. What else is what? Yeah. Like, who was it? The Notts County manager, Luke Williams.
Yeah.
He has a great, and he ended up with Swansea, and he got sacked. Now he probably doesn't have to, but he went and he worked in Bristol Airport, and the people taking photos of him and saying, "Oh, he's fine." He's going, "No, he's helping out disabled people." Oh, there wasn't even. He was volunteering. He needed something to do to go to the house.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he went and he was like, I think he was helping the disabled passengers get on, or whatever it was, the people who were, of not able to move as much, and they'd helping them through the security system and all that. But like stuff like that, that's maybe where the social media is probably wrong, because he's being criticised and stuff like that, and he's actually, as a human, he's doing something that's really, really massive, and probably not what a lot of football people would do, to be honest with you, because people would think that job is below them.
Or embarrassed. Yeah. Jesus.
2 years in the League of Ireland.
Yeah.
Product is clearly on the up. What's your thoughts on it?
I think it's really good.
Yeah.
I really, really do. I think it's growing massively. Look at what's going on this week with the two teams in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a potential to make history.
They've impressed, haven't they, in Europe?
They have, yeah. Rovers going away last week and winning, or in Santa Clara is an unbelievable result.
Couldn't believe how it wasn't publicised more.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Really couldn't.
Like, the fact that we only found out today that the game is on TV on Thursday. That game, that should have been, maybe it was sort of behind the scenes, but it should be publicised more. That
100%.
For that Thursday night that the games are on TV. Like, you've got a chance of history. Like, there's only a handful of times teams have made the group stages.
Yeah.
Now, granted, there's an easier route to it. It's not easier to do it now because all the other teams have an easier route to it as well.
Right, yeah.
So there are the fallbacks for it. But it's unbelievable. They've gone to the team who finished 5th in the Portuguese Premier League last year and won 2-1 away. Now it's still going to be an uphill battle for them at home, but they're in a great position. Same way as Shelburne are in a great position. Probably should have been over and done with, but that's only going to be better for the league. Like, if they get more publicity off the back of that and more eyes on the product, and the product is becoming better and better. And I think the fact that there's a game every week on Virgin is huge. Like,
you don't have to go to the ground to be a fan. That's what I said a few weeks ago.
No, absolutely
brilliant.
Like, our game is on TV this Friday night. Like, and it's brilliant for Cork and for Waterford fans. You know what I mean? But especially, say, for Waterford fans going to Cork now, because Cork charge 25 quid for an away ticket.
Do they?
Yeah. Oh, and a home ticket as well. Like, but
still in Turner's Cross, right?
Still in Turner's Cross, but it's a lot of money for, you know, people to be bringing, you know, two kids to a game and parent and two parents or whatever it is. Like, people who are working and they've got to travel down, get food along the way, everything like that. Like, so it's
a couple $100 quid there again.
Yeah, it's expensive. Yeah.
It's hard enough. I mean, the cost of living is enough, without the price of that being so high. And look, I understand business side of it. They've got to make money and whatever like that. But it's like,
it's not easy.
It's great that the game is on TV though, then, because they don't have to. Yeah. Not that they'll miss being the lights.
At least they're seeing the game, ain't they?
But it's also like now they're going into different things. They've got the different angles on the TV cameras.
Production's
it's not
good,
just
right?
3 or 4.
Yeah.
You know, So I think it's a really good product. I
Even
think
the women's game. I watched the women's game there at Lawn, and
they're playing tomorrow night, aren't they, as well?
Shells there at the weekend.
Yeah.
Or was it Bowes? It was Shells. Man, production was deadly.
Yeah. That Lawn won late, wasn't there? The 2-1, wasn't it?
2-1, yeah.
But they're playing the Champions League tomorrow night now as well. Like, and again, that game should be on TV.
100%.
That game should be on TV. So there's 3 teams. Obviously, the All-Ireland Cup final is on this weekend.
Yeah, Wexford and
Bowes.
But do you know something though, Podge? I think that side, I think the League of Ireland product is gone so attractive and so better for us fans. I just think that the likes of the production and the media and the pushing of it is what's going to let it down. Because I can see no cap for it. If it's going on the same trajectory that's going on now, I can only see good things for it, but it needs support from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stephen Kenny spoke the other day about obviously they went to Besiktas recently.
Yeah.
And he said that the clubs in Istanbul get 20 million from the Turkish government.
Wow.
Now, right, I'm just saying what he said.
Yeah.
What's your favourite saying about being a lie you're
if
told?
It's a lie, I tell you it's a lie you're told.
So I read that. Like, that might not be gospel.
20 million for each club?
For each club. So the government are backing the clubs in that's Istanbul, by the way.
Yeah.
And obviously you read the stories of years gone by with the Madrid council giving the money for Beckham because they know they're going to get the money back from
short sales, whatever,
So obviously money has to come from the government and stuff like that. There has to be something put in place, right, where there is money being invested in the grassroots level, but also being invested in the stadium and invested in everything else like that, because the product there is huge. Look at what they're bringing in on top of it with Rovers and Shells this week, potentially getting 3.8 million for winning, right? Brilliant. But look at the eyes they're bringing to this thing. But the other side of it is, I think, and this is what I think off the back of the 2 teams get in this week, I can see more foreign investment in the league. Yeah. Because if you look at, say, take the Wrexham lads at the moment, right? there's a ceiling on where Wrexham can go to, I think. From where they have been to where they go to.
I think they could be at their cap now.
Right. But there is a ceiling on it. But even like that could be it, right? But the investment that they've had to put in to get to this level is huge.
Massive.
If they took over a League of Ireland team in the morning in the Premier Division, or they bought a League of Ireland team and were as invested as much into it emotionally as they are with Wrexham, and it was, you know, the right thing to do for a club and all that. No, but it was the right thing to do for a club and the right thing for everything like that. You got a 40% chance of getting into Europe.
Yeah.
So your investment doesn't have to be that much for what the outcome can be. Like if you make the group stages at being 3.8 million with the potential on top of that.
It was minimal.
Well, there's a 40% chance because 4 teams get into Europe.
Yeah, but you put that percentage into money. It's a no-brainer for an investor.
Well, yeah.
Like it's a no-brainer.
So I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet in the sense of that.
I have to try with the American and Dundalk and Waterford taking over. Everybody man owns Lincoln and like, I know he's gone over now, but like they are kind of knocking, aren't they?
Look, once this...
Who else got... The man up Derry City is pumping serious money.
He's a local man, isn't he?
He's local
Derry.
man,
He's a billionaire up there. Comer Brothers over in
Galway.
In Galway.
Yeah.
So like there is situations where there is good money being put in, but the point I'm trying to make is that you don't have to go out and spend millions to actually get the results and get the European football and get the, and then if you do that, if that happens, or the government say forget someone coming in and buying the club.
Yeah.
Say the government put that money into the player, into the clubs, and all equally.
Oh,
right.
Sheriff in fucking, where are they in Europe? That club Sheriff.
Yeah.
So they're owned by a supermarket chain that's owned by the government, right?
Is that what it is?
Gosh, and they've just put, and they're in Europe every year.
Yeah.
And they're playing in the league no better than the League of Ireland, like. Do you know, so you're not far wrong.
No, but look, the league is getting better and better. The players are staying here for longer. The clubs are starting to get proper transfer fees for
better to watch
players
now
as well.
Yeah,
you know, it is.
Standard is brilliant.
It is, but you look at the young boy going to Arsenal during the week.
Yeah,
Victor going for like 4 million. I think 4 million is going to be, and he's going to have all next year playing here. Look at Mason Melia going to Spurs at the end of the season for 2 million, proper fees. Not what the.
You're 150 or 200,000.
Not that gear and a bag of balls.
Like. Yeah.
Well, you were lucky if you were getting that. But the players, it's even better for the players now because Mason's going over there as a £2 million player.
Yeah.
He's not going over there as a young kid from Ireland that was signed on a free transfer at 16.
Yeah.
And then if he makes it, it doesn't make a difference. There's investment in him now.
Yeah.
They need something to... Same with Evan Ferguson when he went that time. Victor's going to be the same. He's going to be going into Arsenal as a £4 million player.
Brilliant, isn't it?
You know, it is brilliant. But they're also going to go over there with 100 games.
Yeah.
You know, at 80 games. The Seamus Coleman route is the greatest route any player can ever go.
Shane Keegan said it here as well. Shane Keegan said the very same thing as you.
80, 90 games over here or whatever, or maybe 50 plus games. He went over and if a club wants to do one, he was ready to go over. He's a man going over.
Yeah.
He wasn't a 16-year-old boy going over. And I'm so happy I never went at that age.
Yeah.
I wouldn't last it. It was a boy.
Yeah.
How we let players go at the tight way.
But
and I get it.
You went similar.
No, yeah, but obviously not the heights of what Seamus did, like or anything like that. Like,
yeah, I don't think it can measure professionalism, right? You're playing the game professionally.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, as in, like, he's going over. Like, I went over after playing how many games here? I think 85, something like that. Like, you're going over and you're more in tune to go over. You're not going over as a 16-year-old boy. Like, you're not going over before that it was 14 they were going at.
Yeah.
You know, like, which is crazy.
And then before that, then they were spending their holidays there, right?
Well, they were all, they were going on holidays, they were every school holiday was across the water. But then the flip side of that is, and I don't know whether I read something today where someone was going, it's probably going to start being challenged now because if they can't go over before they're 18 because of the Brexit rules and all that, is it restricting of trade and stuff like that? When you look at Max Dowman playing at the weekend at 15, and you look at the boy coming on for Liverpool last night, Rio and scoring at 16, but when it gets to that, like, who's to say Mason Melia wouldn't be able to do that, or Victor wouldn't be able to do that right now? But
I think we'll have that Podge, but not
an agent
England.
is going to challenge that soon. And agents are going to challenge that soon.
Do you not think they're not just access in Europe. Do you know what I mean?
They are, but the problem there is like it's and obviously I done it, so I know firsthand that it's difficult.
It's probably a bigger culture change, right? Yeah.
It's so different. Like we, unless English is the most spoken language on this side, probably not in the world. I don't know whether I don't want to say throw.
I think it is the world, yeah.
I was afraid to say it and be stuck down it, but but like all the Spanish players and French players and Italian players probably all learn English in school.
Yeah.
Now, when we're in school here, we do Spanish, German, French. But how much do we all know of it? Very little. Yeah. You're not doing it.
It's a subject.
You're not doing it. Even young footballers are not doing it thinking, right, I could play in France.
But that might
They're learning.
change,
Yeah, but I
though.
know. But you're if you just learn French, you're pigeonholing yourself to French.
Yeah.
Going over to different language, it's harder learning the languages when you go over there to immerse yourself in the culture and stuff like that.
We almost nearly had to become South American in our approach, right? You look at South America.
Couple of languages.
You know, they have a couple of languages because they want to make it in Europe. And as you said, they're not just learning English and French, they're learning English, French, Spanish, and they have the Portuguese, obviously.
Yeah.
So they want to make it in Europe. Yeah. And this is how they make it. So we might almost become that, because I agree. I think that could be challenged. I do agree with that, especially with what's happened with the young players going in. But I think exploring Europe is a better opportunity for Irish football.
It is football in football terms. In terms of actually playing the game, it is. But the problem we're having at the moment is there's a lot going, but what's making it there at the moment?
Yeah.
In terms of the younger players are going over at 16. Like it's still too young to see what players are making it there yet. Gotcha. We've not got the stage where like we've got 15 players playing in the top leagues in Europe now going, oh well, then that's definitely working.
Yeah.
Like the ones who were like Troy Parrott is obviously flying over and
9 goals, 9 games or something, does he? Ridiculous.
But he's gone as an older player. He's not gone as a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
He was gone there as a they bought him. He's an investment.
Do we look at our own League of Ireland academies then and say, so I'll give you the flip side of that. So a player does go over at 15, but they haven't had good enough football here. Like, you know, the point you made about the 80 appearances, 90 appearances, 100 appearance players going to England probably suits us better, as in the individual. Yeah. Because it's probably giving them that kind of steel to last. Yeah. Like if we go back to the thing of...
You're taking the hit better, aren't you?
Yeah, but if we're going back to the thing of sending a 15-year-old over there, like what if they had 1 year League of Ireland academy?
Yeah. It's not enough, is it?
You know, you look at that boy that scored for Liverpool last night, Rio. He's probably in Liverpool since he's 11.
No, they got him from Arsenal and Chelsea, wasn't he?
Well, he's probably in.
Yeah,
product 11. He was probably 5 years in the academies before he was 11. Like,
it's a fantastic conversation. I loved. I think that's an episode in itself. I think the whole academy and the pathway and things like that. We're moving on. Papa, quick fire questions. Quick fire questions brought to you by Sneaky Sessions. The Carol legends making noise all over Europe. Check them out on Instagram at Sneaky Sessions. Papa, we're punching here with all these Carol supporting us. No prep, Podge, no warning, just pure randomness. Yeah. Answer fast. Papa, you're up.
Yeah. 10 quick fire questions for you, Podge.
There's more than 10, but anyway.
Well, Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Next question.
Correct.
Good answer. Favourite goal you ever scored?
It always comes down to 2.
City.
No, that's the biggest. I think I said this last time. Biggest regret. Didn't celebrate it.
Yeah, you did say that.
No, because we would have been 2-1 up or 2-1 down longer. Because I went back, I thought we could get a goal or get a long throw, get a goal, and we were 3-1 down about 40 seconds later. So.
Yeah.
It comes down to the penalty against Leicester, because it was a huge moment. It was live on BBC on a Sunday. I think I remember. I think I know what the figures were, viewing figures, because I saw it was 6.2 million watching it.
Wow.
And I always look back at someone asked me during the week, actually, if you're nervous taking penalties.
A bit more than the Carlo Cup final.
I always thought at the time that, like, I remember saying, if you asked me a question, were you nervous taking that penalty? I would say no. I look back at the video of it and I am looks like I'm shitting myself.
Yeah.
Like, genuinely. So it always comes down to that one or the Middlesbrough one.
Surprises penalty.
It was the winning goal, isn't it?
Yeah.
Winning goal against the team who were reigning Premier League champions.
Toughest defender you ever faced?
Probably in terms of the career they've had, Pepe, when he was at Real Madrid.
Oh, yeah.
But he was in the middle of that 10-game ban. as well. He was kicking lumps out of Deportivo.
Remember that, yeah?
We didn't know he was obviously playing on the game, so probably him. But there's been a few good ones, yeah. He'd probably be, in terms of like, I was afraid of him because
there was a fear.
Butcher, wasn't he?
He's who he is, isn't he? He was great football, great defender and stuff. But like, obviously, you're 19. He
loved the dirt, though, didn't he?
19-year-old lad looking up and going.
Couldn't help but leave the knee in the back of the neck or something.
Yeah.
Well, Pepe.
Yeah.
It's not Pepe Downer, Mark. You know what I mean? It's Pepe.
Best stadium you played in?
Best stadium, Stadio de Luz in Benfica.
Yeah,
Class.
You mentioned that the last time, yeah.
Capacity?
Yeah.
Or was just the atmosphere,
Yeah, it was the capacity, but the best atmosphere was at Porto.
Yeah.
That was outrageous.
Sick, I'd say,
Yeah, we drew 3-3. They got presented with the trophy before the game.
Yeah, I remember that, yeah. You're telling me that, yeah.
It was brilliant.
Pre-match meal of choice?
Chicken pasta bake or pancakes and yogurt.
Meal of choice. I'm going to try him one.
Meal of choice.
Here we go.
Is in just like...
Give me your cheat meal.
What's your go-to meal when no one can watch you, no one can see you? No one knows you've ate it.
Well, my favourite meal every year is always like Christmas dinner, yeah. Always.
If you were to go to Chipper now, what are you getting? Or are you going Chinese or Chipper?
Don't say Chinese. It's not an answer.
What are you getting?
Probably just like, I don't know.
Something
Chicken curry, rice and chips. I think something basic. Yeah,
Yeah,
not really. No,
he's never allowed in here again.
I'd rather like
a carvery.
No, I'd rather like something with lemongrass or something like that. Maybe.
Oh, I love the lemongrass, man.
Yeah.
Where do you not love, man?
Wow.
We've gone there.
Lemongrass is good.
We've gone there. We always go there every week.
Yeah.
He just
Lemongrass
gets
is
excited.
good.
The sense of excitement comes through. Oh yeah, lemongrass. All right, Podge.
Come on, it's the only bit you have to do when you fucking it up.
Dream five-a-side team of players you've played with.
Oh gee. Oh.
Goalie. You want to play in the 6?
Yeah, the Portuguese. Best goalie I played with.
2-1-1. Yeah. You playing 2 defenders in that?
No.
No, 1.
No.
1, 2, 1.
You want 1, 2,
1, 2, 1.
1 to 1, yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to.
Who's your keeper?
Trying to get, who's the best keeper I've played in my career? When you try to go back through them all. Trevor Carson was very good.
Well, who's he with?
He's a Northern Irish keeper. He was very good. He started off his career. I'll tell you a quick story about him in Sunderland. He broke his hand when he was an academy player, and they went away on a tournament. So he obviously couldn't play in goal. So they were like, his hand was broke, but he could bear the small cast. He played out pitch and he got player of the tournament. They went back home and they had to call his father or his parents and his grandparents in. I think at the time he was saying that. Had a big conversation about like, well, are you playing? We have to make a decision. Are you going to be a goalkeeper or an outfield? Which the best chance you make in your career with? And he wanted to be a goalkeeper, but he got player of the tournament. Yeah,
nuts.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
He was very, very good.
Trevor Carson.
Yeah, it was similar to, remember Josh McGuinness, striker that's at Exeter now, but played for Wigan and all that. He played Northern Ireland striker. Northern Ireland called him up for the under 19 Milk Cup, and he's turned up with he was a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Turned up with no gloves, and they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh well, I'm not a goalkeeper now. I'm a striker."
No way.
Yeah, he was playing on pitch, and he's going to make a career for himself as a striker. Yeah, so probably Trevor was in goal.
You're one, the back, yeah.
It's a tough one. This is genuinely really tough because it's like you're going Ben White or Seamus Coleman.
Give it to the Irish.
Yeah, probably be Seamus. Yeah.
What are you doing with your 2 playing a 6 and a 10?
I don't care. They're playing in the middle.
They're
the two best players in the middle, and they're just going to play.
Yeah. You got to be busy, right?
There's Pizzi Fernandes.
Yeah, you told us about him.
Yeah, captain Benfica, scored a hat-trick away that game in Porto.
Oh, yeah.
Then moved to Atletico Madrid, won UEFA Cup with them in Falcao, that team. He was very, very good. I'm going to do someone a disservice here now. Really going to do someone a disservice.
It's hard to pick that, man, isn't it? It's a great question.
So much for being a quick fire, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's longer than the book of kettles, isn't it?
Antoine Semenyo, put him in midfield.
Oh yeah.
Put him as that too. As 5 aside, he's the best player on the pitch. He's outrageous. He's
Dynamite.
He's left foot. He's right foot. Don't know which one's better. He's
That
just
good.
Yeah, and most important thing, actually similar with Seamus, humble, really really good people.
It's a big trait, Podge.
It's the best attribute you can have.
That's lovely. Yeah.
It's the best attribute because then when you're doing well, everyone's happy to see you do well.
Are you putting yourself up top?
No, probably not, because if it's looking at the best players, there's probably better players who've played with me. I'm trying to think of them at the minute.
A lot of good strikers, isn't there?
Yeah. We snookered him, didn't we?
Nelson Oliveira was very good at the time. He started for Portugal in 2012 Euros up front. Now,
That's one they won.
No, they won 2016. Now, he didn't go on to have the career he probably
should have had.
Not that he should have had, that his ability at that time was saying that he was going to, but maybe he was on loan to us from Benfica, but he was after getting the golden ball in the Under-20 World Cup the summer that he signed for us on loan at Parsons. He was very, very good. Probably him, but I'm probably missing someone.
You're going to drive home and you're going to
glaringly obvious.
Man, you get a message.
There's probably someone that is glaringly obvious that I am missing off that.
Tell me this, are you happy to be number 6 on that squad?
That's probably better than me there to be number 6, but I'd be happy.
I'll do the questions on her, Podge.
I'd be happy to watch it. I'd be very, very happy watching them play.
That 5-a-side.
Yeah, I'd be very, very happy watching them play.
Deadly. Favourite Irish sporting moment outside football?
What's he playing at Croke Park?
No. That's one of the ones I hate the most. You know the scoreboards, don't you?
Yeah, I know that, but you still got there.
Yeah, but no, as in terms of watching
something, watching a sporting event.
Watching a sporting event.
Irish sporting moment that wasn't involved in soccer.
Wasn't involved in soccer.
Or soccer.
You're looking,
orientated.
it's like you're talking about the Olympic moments and stuff like that, isn't it? Like,
you're on the
Katie Taylor up there?
Probably. Would you believe it? I didn't see that. I was on a plane coming back I was on a plane going back to the UK, and I didn't see it. But the flight got delayed on the runway.
So you missed every bit of it.
The flight got delayed on the runway because the pilot was watching it, and he announced it to us. He announced that she was after winning it, and I remember that. And I remember watching it back, and when I went back over thing, and I remember watching it, and not ashamed to say, like, shed a tear watching it. But I would do that, like, if I ever saw Irish people doing well in any sport. Like, I quite emotional when it comes to, like, looking at these things and big moments in sport. I think there's something really, really nice about.
There is.
You're putting yourself into that person's
strong
position.
Tradition in the Ryder Cup. Holding winning moments.
Yeah, huge one. Yeah,
the
huge
Christy
one.
O'Connor,
Christy O'Connor, Paul McGinley, all them ones.
McGinley
Walton.
actually. Walton,
Walton,
and then you have McGinley actually changed the mentality of the whole.
Darren Clark, one you spoke about recently, was really emotional watching that back. I'd go down a rabbit hole on YouTube every now and again. Especially when I was in England, I'd definitely go down it. Like if I was ever not doing something and watching big moments and stuff like that, and you'd find yourself getting emotional watching them because you're putting yourself into their shoes and you're playing the scenario out if that had happened to you, like you lost a loved one or whatever it is, and you're going, oh Jesus, like look at the journey they've had to get there. So,
but your emotion in sport is hand in hand.
It's the best thing.
But anyone that denies it, anyone that denies emotion in sport,
I tell you
like even your story against Critty Yard. Do you know what I mean? The emotion that's in that for you. Do you know what I mean? Like it's unavoidable. It's everywhere. It's beautiful.
Shane said it, didn't he?
There's not too many moments where you see it. I see the one I love is one of them is the ones I love is the two boys from Skibbereen doing their own.
Yeah.
And they made it
unbelievable.
An unbelievable achievement, but a fun factor in doing it.
Yeah.
Fairly simple. You just
start here at the line. Pull like a dog.
And
work
they were
hard,
just absolutely
have fun, lads.
having a crack. We just have to say it in front of a camera now. It's totally different.
Reece McLagan winning the pommel horse.
Yeah.
You're standing, you're watching, you're going,
Wow.
the next time I will watch a pommel horse will be in the next Olympics, and he's doing it. Like, and you're going. That's why the Olympics is probably such an unbelievable sporting event, because you're sitting down and for for whatever that is length of time, you become an expert on every sport that you don't see from.
Oh, you are the coach analyst.
Yeah. But we're all an expert on the kayaking, on the
He's crap. He can't get around the bend.
Even you're looking at, and then you break it down and you go, why am I?
Can't get out of the bat after 2 pints.
Look at the little mistake he's after making over there. Look at the oh no.
Oh, he shaved off 0.5 a second there, didn't he?
Going, sorry, what do you mean? When was the last time you watched that happen? And you go, probably 4 years ago. But that's why it's so good.
No, I love Olympics up there for me.
I love it.
Katie Taylor, we were in Galway for that, right?
That's right. Yeah.
Massive.
Yeah, huge moment.
Favorite music to get pumped before a match?
Not really a listen to music before a match, anything like that.
Do you like music?
Yeah.
If you're on the bus, you're travelling with your pods in around the time.
No, I'm going to be old school. I'd rather conversation and stuff like that.
Would you?
Yeah. I'd rather conversation.
That relaxes you?
I think so, yeah. It passes the journey more. So at the minute, if we're on the bus travelling with Waterford, usually someone will start throwing out a few quiz questions, stuff like that.
I'll give you a game to play on the bus, right? This is brilliant.
This will be good.
Me and the missus play it the whole time. We could do a whole day on this, right? Now, we play one called Mary Byrne. So basically, the game starts with Mary Byrne, and then it goes to you, and you have to name a celebrity that their first name begins with B.
Yeah.
Do the Premier Soccer players. I used to do it with kids. And,
man,
done
brilliant.
That before. Yeah, it's very good.
Passes time so quick.
Yeah.
Me and Nick will play Mary Byrne the whole time.
On myself and Creeva, we would beat the intro of a song or something like that. But she's very big into it. She's educated me on the music side of it and stuff like that. But
the latest one we have now was Guess the Ad. Play the ad bet competition. If you're watching Challenge TV or that Chess or Saturday night.
What's
wrong?
I could safely say I don't think I've watched live television.
No, we'd watch it.
Or seen an ad or anything like that.
We'd watch it on Saturday night because we go to Port Leash, we step back in time. Do you know what I mean? And the ads, we play the ad game. Honestly, sorry. It's a great game.
Who'd play you in a movie of your life?
Oh Jesus, I don't know.
Has he mescal, doesn't it? He's so good looking, doesn't he?
Yeah, go with him. He's probably you'd take that. Him doing it, but
short hair and a beard. He's like Orlando Bloom over there, though, isn't he?
No,
good show, Pop.
Yeah,
no. He's the one that everyone always got.
But he's a pussy and fucking
running on the football pitch. Was always Shane Long. Was always getting mixed up at the similar run as him, similar. Profile, height-wise, height-wise and all that. I used to always
running your toes, don't you?
Yeah. Bandy legs going.
Last one. One word to describe Waterford this season.
Inconsistent.
Very good answer. It's a fair answer.
Yeah. Showing moments of real quality and some that were the opposite.
And we are in for Miss Shannon's segment. It's that time in the episode, Pop. It's Shannon's Curveball. It's not Shannon's segment, it's Shannon's Curveball. Shannon's Curveball is sponsored by brew.ie. That's BREWWW.ie, your go-to place for website design, marketing and content creation. Craig is based in Carlow. To Papa. It's great to partner with such an excellent company. I can
such an excellent goalkeeper.
He has the safest hands in Carlow. There's no doubt about that. Check him out at brew.ie. That's BREWWW.ie, or you'll find Craig on the socials. Let's roll the dice.
Well said, Podge.
Do you think that's because it's a website?
What do you mean?
www.
No.
3 W's.
No, as he said himself, someone else has brew with
Shane,
2 W's.
Shane did that. That's wrestling.
So he has the
It's World Wide Web.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he could have just worked it that way. Maybe.
What do you have for us, girl?
Oh, all right. Bye. Relax, and I'll tell you. Okay.
Bye.
Are you ready?
From
You in
Skibbereen.
Cork for the weekend or something?
I always get a Cork accent. It's very weird.
Bye.
Yeah.
All right. Bye. Okay. So, I want to hear about your mortifying lives. To be honest with you, okay?
Mortifying lives.
What is something so embarrassing that you've done that keeps you up at night? Like, I want to go back to the time where you actually went white. You thought the ground was going to swallow you up.
Okay.
That's what I want.
I have a few.
I can't wait. Go.
I have one from the weekend.
Just gone.
Yeah.
Fill me
Very
in, bro.
embarrassing. So I drove the car to Willie Rat's to get a few bits.
Mm-hmm.
It's a black car, a Volkswagen, right? Volkswagen Jetta, black car.
Stunning.
It's a good car. Good solid old car. You know, you drive in the field and all that.
See it in Emmerdale.
Yeah, exactly. And parking Willie Rats, when it got a few bits, came out, right? Press beep on the lock, right? No, I wasn't minding the lights or anything. I'm blind. I'm blind anyway, right? Opened the door, sat in, closed the door, put on the seatbelt, put the keys in the ignition, and realised I was in the wrong car.
Do you know that's like...
It wasn't even a fucking Volkswagen.
Podge.
I think it was like a Saab or something. It was,
it was black anyway, I presume.
Yeah, it was
It was
black.
a Range Rover.
Did you get the colour right?
Yeah, it was black, yeah.
That could be considered theft or attempted theft.
It could,
Yeah, it could, yeah. Grand Theft Auto, yeah. All I was missing was the kill frenzy. No, but yeah, that's one. But I have a really embarrassing one. A couple of years ago, I went to Turin to the Christmas markets, and it was a really early flight. It was like a 6. What's the first flight out of the airport? 6:20 or something stupidly early anyway, right? So we got to the airport there. There's a crew of us going. A couple of drinks, 4 or 5 pints. I don't really drink pints, so I was kind of well on. So I got on the plane and I slept, right? Then the announcement came, so we landed in half an hour. So I kind of woke up and I was like, oh man, my stomach, I have to go to the toilet here. Right? So I said,
rumble in the jungle.
I was like, I might be able to hold it. So I'd say about 10 minutes before landing, I said, I can't hold it. So I got up, right, into the toilet, which is the same size as the fucking hot press, as we all know, right? I'm 6'2", about 29 stone. You know what I mean? It was tight enough. Locked the door, sat down. Probably about 7 or 8 minutes from landing. Hit the runway. Who's still on the toilet? Podge, right? Do you know on Ryanair flights you can open the door from the outside?
Oh.
So what do you think happened?
Didn't pop open.
Some fucking cabin crew opened, right? Picture it. I'm like that, squeezed into this thing, right? Like that. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't need a sensor because you couldn't see anything because it was just so small. Cabin crew opens the door. I'm there like that. Well, bud. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And slammed the door shut.
He realises that you've been in there for the landing.
Yeah. I'd say the whole first 6 rows could see me.
Oh, no.
I was never as embarrassed. That's a true story. That I maybe struck down by lightning.
Oh,
I was never embarrassed.
Yeah, when you gotta go, bud.
Yeah, so there's 2 for me anyway, Sean. And let me tell you, you could ask that question every week and I'd have a different embarrassing story. I am the world's worst.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh man, I have a quite bad story.
That's a bad one, but that wasn't on you. Okay, it's just on your bowels.
No. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no.
He owns his bowels, though, Shannon.
Yeah,
and he feeds them.
Yeah. Do you want?
I probably have a couple.
He will not embarrass himself.
Come on, Papa.
I will. I have a couple of over, like probably doing the post. No, that's like he was like keep me up the next night or the next morning. Or,
Yeah.
It's probably a harmless one, but getting. I remember one of the times up in the youth centre, you get attacked by dogs a lot of times. Loads of times. Yeah, like you get bit maybe once a year or whatever it is. But
would you?
One of these times, anyhow, Eddie will tell you, Eddie Shaw is the post up there now, but it's Glendale Avenue. And I was like, oh no. So I got to the door, and Eddie said to me when he trained me on it, he said, bang the gate.
Yeah.
I see there's a dog come out. If he's not there within 10 seconds, he's not out at all. So he was there, perfect, no bother. So he was there, bang, rattled the gate. No sign of the dog. We had about 30 seconds, walked in. I got as far as the door, next thing I heard, like a big dog.
Behind you or in front of you?
Oh, behind me. No, it was standing down at the gate, sort of minding the gate. I said, come on, see, can you get past me, sort of?
Yeah.
And I'm going, oh, fuck, where do I go here? So I had a stick in my hand. I seen it on the ground. And he was like, here, boy. As if it was a poodle, a fucking German Shepherd or something. So, here, boy. And he's like, next time I threw the stick and he sort of made a dart at the stick and I made over. I ran to the gate. And I tried to leap the gate and land out on the road. My feet hit the gate. I spun over like a 50-pence piece. I landed on the road, right? I landed on the road and a car was coming. I thought
No way.
Yeah, coming down. And look, it was only a minor little road because it was on the main road I was dead. Next thing he hit the brakes and Andrew, what's his name? A friend, Andrew Bohanna can vouch for me. He was on the path. You all right, Pop? I was like the fall guy, the stunt man going over the gate I was. I said, this is a fucking joke. I'm only delivering the post. Yeah, terrible.
I feel like it's not that deep,
yeah, and I
dog.
landed on the road and I was there, I didn't even feel a pain. My back was sore, my legs were sore. And the dog, I was trying to hold the dog back in, holding the gate so he wouldn't get out. I was on the ground, I was like, get back in, you bastard. And I think Andrew had to go home and close the latch and the owner come out and call the dog. But that keeps me up going, like, I don't know whether I haven't been up there and that doing the post in years up there. But every time I went back up, be like, that triggers a memory.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Genuine.
trauma.
Yeah, that's not embarrassment, but that's counselling.
No, but yeah.
Therapist that can help you with that one.
And I tell you, like, if a postman gets bit, you have the right to put a dog down. And I've never ever reported.
You
it
wouldn't
that.
want to,
I
yeah.
wouldn't do it. I loved them too much.
Yeah.
But you were nearly put out in a bonnet over the dog.
Oh, I was. There was fucking Brad
Oh, do you have
Pitt
a
there.
mercy tetanus going around in your pouch?
Yeah, terrible, yeah.
The EpiPens.
Bang, it's all right.
Diabetes? No, it's a tetanus.
Shannon, you must have one, do you?
No, a couple of times I'd say I got sick when I was in the bar trade. Like,
Okay.
you know, and after work.
Oh, yeah.
Not after work, you're going to different pubs.
Yeah.
And you're like, do a shot. Like, you remember the Goldschlager, Podge?
Yeah,
Goldschlager was a killer. It was like, you drink the Goldschlager and there's gold flake beats in it.
Yeah.
And that cuts your throat, sort of, to say,
Cuts your
minor,
esophagus.
and that the alcohol goes in, they hit you really quick. And I can't do shots.
Yeah.
Like, Niall Byrne used to have me barred off fucking Red Bull. Because he said, if he's on fucking Red Bull, get him out of the pub. Like. So I was doing tequila, fucking...
Anything bar vodka
I
and Red
was
Bull.
like, Jesus Christ, it was terrible. I was doing shots for lads. I think it was rugby or something. I never stand in the corner with Tully's. Like, oh, I won't make it to the toilet. You can feel the suds in the back of your neck. And when you walk in the bar trade and get sick in another bar,
Really bad.
I was like,
That
we're
is
down
really
me
super
top.
embarrassing,
It's
yeah.
terrible. I get down me top and I was like trying to get posh sick. Do you know what I mean? Like, standing like this, I miss me clothes. And I want to stay over the night, but I want to get rid of it. I don't want to get sick either.
I got sick with style.
So I was like getting sick. I was like, oh, boy, give me the mop. And I was like, get out with your fucking heat. You're getting sick. And in fairness, they were getting ticked, so I didn't really mind. So that was my fault. But that was, every time I see that barman now, I was like, well, bud. And he's like, oh, well, how are you?
He has
Still
that
sort
image
of
of
has,
you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sick of my fucking bar.
Yeah, you know
But that's
that.
probably the most embarrassing one. Probably getting sick in a pub or something. But
That'll
I
do
get
it.
that.
yeah,
That'll do
it's
it
not
a
nice.
little bit.
It's terrible feeling like.
Yeah.
Shannon.
A friend of mine got sick on his mother-in-law.
On
Wow.
her.
No, I got sick on her, which is the best one I ever heard.
No way.
Yeah, he did. He got sick on her, yeah.
Oh.
I won't mention any names, but
From drink sick or just
he was out the night before and...
sick on your mother-in-law.
He was, out the
God.
night before and he tells it brilliantly and he'd have 30 lads in the stitches laughing.
Yeah.
He's out the night before and he said, I'm only going for a couple across the road. So he went across the road, had a few pints. 4 or 5 fell in, shoes into the fridge and glasses into the bin and everything. All this kind of
Everything,
crap.
yeah.
Woke up, I can't go. No, you're getting into that car. We're going to family day out. Long story short, picked up the mother-in-law out as far as Talkers. Next thing he said, I can't hold it in. You'll fucking suffer now. And that's it. She
Yeah.
was driving. Next thing, I can't hold it in. And she was the mother-in-law was in the front seat.
On the back of the
all
neck.
over the back of her
Yeah.
neck, on
Oh
the
my
seatbelt.
God.
And he was like, took him about a week to get forgiveness off her.
Is he still his mother-in-law? She's still his
Yeah.
mother-in-law?
I know,
They're
they're
married.
happily
That's
married,
all right,
but
so.
about a week to get forgiveness over, and he still tells it brilliantly, and then got the car valet, paid for the whole lot of that, and sure, there'd be no one really in the passenger seat. He'd have his own car,
Yeah.
and they were going off for a family day. Come on, we'll go off this weekend, babe. We have a lovely weekend. We'll go to the beach for a drive. And she pulled the belt on the passenger side, and the vomit was still on the yoke on the inside. And I came across her dress. He was like, I didn't do that. No, I didn't do that. yeah.
All right, I'm trying to think of mine. I have 2. One of them was a bit horrific, right? One was like, I felt like the worst person alive ever in the whole entire world. So we were doing, so some of the outside broadcasts we would do kind of half as MC kind of thing. So some of it's on air, some of it's not on air. So basically some of it goes out on the radio, some of it is just on speakers in
Right.
the place, if that makes sense, right? There was one we were doing and it was like a bowling competition, right? It was all good. It was really good. It was really good crack. There were these like couples competing against. It was really successful. Right? But they had like all these spectators with them. So they brought their families with them, say, right? And the whole lot. There was this really elderly woman. She was there for like her daughter. I don't know anyway, right? So I was going around chatting to all the families. Thankfully, this part wasn't on air. I was going around chatting to all the families, and I was on the mic though, and I sometimes get my words mixed up. So I'll say like the second letter of the first word. But I jumbled up my letters. I went to ask
Like
her
Dan Bramage.
exactly.
Yeah, I like that one.
I went to ask her if she was looking forward. Now keep in mind, it was an elderly woman. There's loud music playing. We had the speakers blaring. Like I was up in her face. Like I mean, like this poor woman had no personal space with me, right?
In her grill.
And I went to ask her if she was looking forward. This cute little elderly woman in her face. I go, "Are you fucking Lord?" And I went white. Like, I mean, I didn't even know what she said back to me. It's like, you know when things freeze? Like, I was like, I'm fired. I'm gone. That's my career.
See you later,
gone.
lads.
It's been great.
See you later.
It was the most mortifying thing that's ever happened to me. Well, I don't think she hurt me. So it's all right. I don't know how she didn't.
Yeah.
But
Jesus Christ.
I was up on top of her.
What's a place like you doing in a girl like this, huh?
But that's what I did. I do that all the time. I mix it up. It's horrific. The other one, I said to you before that I'm terrified of flying.
Yeah.
Right? And it was only last October. We were coming back from Australia. I've been knocked. I mean, I'm drugged on this flight home. I'm asleep. Right?
Is that bad?
Yeah, terrified. So I am asleep.
Wow.
I actually slept for 21 of the 24 hours on the way home from
Amazing.
You're taking a
Australia.
sleeping tablet, obviously. I presume.
Yeah, just the doctor gave me one. She was like, "Here, girl, look, put out your misery. Here you go." I was asleep. But I'd woken up because the announcement had come on, right? And that was grand. I woke up kind of briefly, then fell back asleep. But obviously, no, I woke up because of turbulence. It was really bad turbulence, right? And it was kind of knocking me around the place. I was like, oh, shite. Fell back asleep. But obviously the turbulence scared me so much that I was having nightmares without realising,
Gotcha.
right? So I was dreaming then that we were going down in the plane, right? But this is the type of plane now when it's nighttime, the plane's in darkness, no one's talking.
Yeah.
It was only me and Owen. We had like a row, so it was just me and Owen there. And
Jammy, that's ideal.
it was nice now. I laid out. Poor Owen was still in the single chair.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Rightly so.
I was layered out. My parents are behind me. My brothers were in front of me. And I'm dreaming that the flight's going down. So I wake up and I start screaming. It is pitch black. No one's awake on this flight.
They are now, let me
I
tell
go,
you.
Owen, we're going down. We're going
No
down.
way.
And he's like, will you fuck up, will you?
What's the reaction like though around you? Like, what's the reaction
Everyone's
like?
and I turn around and my parents are asleep. And I'm like, why are they sleeping? We're dying.
Is that a case you're only loud in your head then? You weren't
I
obviously...
don't know. I
Yeah.
thought, well, there was air hostess looking at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? And then it got so bad. One eventually calmed me down. I think it was kind of like a sleep talking type thing. Like I hadn't fully come round from my sleep and to get off the plane. And no one turns around to my father and he's like, you're fucking sitting beside her for the next one. Because we had another flight to get on. He was so
You weren't finished then,
traumatised.
yeah.
That was only say the 10 hour from like Turkey or whatever.
It's a cargo plane, I'll say for you, Shannon.
Yeah.
I was never, I'm actually going right thinking about it. I screamed on this plane.
That's a terrible fear to have, though.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Pop, the way I screamed, you'd swear I was after being shot. Like.
But the realisation is you're more likely plane is the safest mode of transport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lack of control thing, they say. Because in a
Yeah, I
car,
get it.
I'm in control of the car.
You're okay.
Are you a bad passenger in a car?
Terrible passenger
I
in
swear
a car.
she was a guest on an episode.
Come on, ask me more, guys. Terrible passenger, can't be.
I get that.
I remember my dad, we were going to England and he used to be terrified. Oh, that's only a short flight.
Yeah.
And he'd have to drink a bottle of scotch. It wouldn't take any effect on him because he's in so much fear. Wouldn't take
away.
a tablet or anything like that.
No.
He wouldn't sleep. He's just like absolute and living fear of his life of going on a 50-minute flight from Dublin to Manchester.
Yeah.
And he'd drink a bottle of scotch raw and it wouldn't take any effect on him because he's in so much fear. And then when he lands, it's like rubber legs. He's gone.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, I'm at the landing now. And then drink kicks in.
No.
Adrenaline
He
goes.
doesn't do it anymore now. It's sort of a bit better.
I have that
My
with
God.
water though, Pop. I absolutely, I detest it. If
I wear armbands in the batcher.
If I can't stand in it,
Yeah. No, you freak out.
I freak out.
But I start like timing the ocean scares me. I'll tell you why, right? This is the most morbid way to think. If we're over the ocean, I'm like, if this plane goes down, you might survive the impact, but you'll drown. That's a terrible death. But I'm like, if it hits hard, you're gone straight away. If it hits land, like you're gone.
But you're always thinking worst case scenario.
Yeah, so I'm like, at least I'll be killed off straight away if it hits the land instead of the water.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, anyway, great, very positive. But yeah, that was terrifying. I thought I was dead.
That was a really good one.
That was a good one, yeah. That was the best
It's on
one.
a bit long, didn't
Can we
it?
keep that standard going forward, please?
Apologies, yeah.
Thanks very much.
Don't need to apologise, don't mind him.
Door is just over your left hand shoulder.
Don't let it hit you on the way out.
Thanks very much, Shannon. That was Shannon's, what we call it? Shannon's what?
Curveball.
Shannon's curveball. Brought to you by brew.ie. That's BREWWW.ie. Check them out, lads. Thanks, Shannon.
Brilliant.
And that was Shannon's segment there. I'm just going to give a little shout out to our website, lads. Don't forget to check out our website. It's brand new. You can access all the previous episodes and new episodes. A lot more content to follow. You'll find us at www.howishe.ie. Brilliant, Pop. Hold on. See, we have a run or no Podge. We're gone nearly.
Quick
you
fire
know what
questions
I
are
mean?
very good. I love that section. Because you don't know what's
yours,
coming.
Of course you love it. Anyway,
Can't
I
get
want to
word in
mention
other
the
than you.
sponsor.
Foghorn Leghorn
folks,
beside me.
episode 73 is proudly sponsored by Carl Estimating. For all your construction, tendering and estimating needs, check them out at carlestimating.ie. Podge, thanks so much for coming on. It's always a pleasure. I can't wait to hand you the hat-trick ball when you're on again. You know, we even get you on before the end of the season. Really appreciate your time and best luck going forward.
Oh, thanks very much, lads. Really, really enjoyed it.
Top man.
Did you have
Best
Bob?
of luck. Nah, look, stay healthy and stay happy, bud. Keep scoring goals. I hope you get a top goal scorer again. I know you're a couple clear, but Results haven't gone your way of late, but and it's not about you an individual awards. No, you're not that kind of person. But it'd be nice to pick it up as well, because winning the league is out of your control. You're not going to do that, but staying up and doing well for the rest of the season, long may it continue, my friend.
Thanks very much.
Here.
Yeah.
Lads, we're loving all the changes and all that. We're not very adaptable people, but we are trying to improve this all the time. The layout, the running order, the chats, the chaos. Our website is out, as I said previously. Check it out. A massive thanks to everyone for tuning in. A massive thanks for supporting the bonus show. It's really appreciated. It's going to come out every Friday, as I said. Please like, follow and share the podcast. Someone out there might get a laugh, a lift, or just feel a little bit less mad after us, right? And yeah, thanks very much. We appreciate the Bonesy. As always, not my podcast.
Not my podcast.
It's Carlos Sports Podcast. It's your podcast. Good luck and God bless.
Over and out.
Very interesting.
That's full time on this week's episode of the Housey Podcast. Available on all podcasting platforms. Find us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter/X. Proudly sponsored by Amplify. Got a story to tell? A voice that needs to be heard? Get in touch with us here in Amplify, Carlow Town's professional home for podcasters of all kinds. We can be found on Instagram at Amplify Podcast Studio. Amplify, power up your podcast.